What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
You know, a lot, because it's been fucking like 4 years.
It's
so
been
I
a
guess,
long time.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is a lot to catch up on.
4 years, like 2018. I
Crazy.
don't think we've, maybe even a little bit earlier than that, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't think we really saw each other much in 2018, so.
not really. I mean, I barely went to school to say that, so I probably
Same.
saw you like twice the senior year alone.
Same.
You know, it's just I was never even fucking there. But yeah, how's life going, bro?
No, it's pretty good, you know. A lot has happened in the last 4 years since I've seen you. A lot of life changes, big life changes and shit like that. So
Good ones, I hope.
good ones.
Yep.
You know, I'm a dad now, so
Congratulations
fucking
on that.
adjusting to the dad life and shit. So
Yep.
that's pretty good. Got a great job. Everything's going pretty smooth right
Adult
now.
shit, huh?
Adult shit.
Yeah.
Feel me? You know how I was when I was in high school.
Yeah,
I didn't really.
everybody is,
I didn't
yeah.
really do much. I didn't really say much.
Yep.
You know. Nah, everything's good now. How about you, bro?
You know, it's not as exciting as being a father. So I'll start off with that. Comparatively speaking, it's pretty like lackluster. But nah, it's just been a road of personal shit, development, ups and downs. But doing what I can,
Word.
Every day you're alive, it's something. So you gotta look at it that way. Some days, it's like fuck, why not?
Yeah,
People died yesterday. I wasn't one of them, so that's a plus.
that's true. That's true.
Fuck yeah. So how old your kid though? I don't want to. I'm curious.
She's about to be 2 in September.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? I said your kid. That was like
Sophia.
Sophia.
Yeah,
That's a
my
great
daughter.
name. Hell
Yeah. Yeah, she's about to be 2.
Crazy.
Fucking crazy.
So what's that transition like? Cause like from how it is to being young to like all of a sudden boom, that's everything. I assume.
You sacrifice a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's for the better.
Yep.
It's usually for the better. You learn to realize that a lot. See, I'm not really one to dwell on a lot of things. So I know a lot of people my age that, are having children. Fucking, they hate that they can't really go out and do all the things that they really want to do. I was always a homebody anyway, so it didn't really matter to me. But no, it's definitely a lot of adjusting, especially since you're so young. You don't really get to live a lot of your life yet. So it's definitely something you have to accept at some point. Luckily for me, I accepted it early.
Yeah. Lucky for Sophia as well too.
Yeah, her mother's accepted it.
That's beautiful.
Early
man.
as well too. So
that warms my heart right there.
Yeah,
image. That's beautiful.
It's good. I'm glad I can be there for her. Even at such a young age, I feel so mature.
Yep.
I feel like an older father for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard to explain. But dad life is awesome. It's rewarding. Being a parent is rewarding in general. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom had me. She got pregnant when she was 16, had me at 17. So I've always had like that outside glimpse of what it's like seeing the sacrifices you kind of mentioned. It's like, especially at the young age, you're like, you just got fucking real. It like hits you. I feel like you just like one day you're like, this is it now. This is life now. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, my mother had me at the same age. Luckily, I wasn't that young. I had her. I think I was 20, and then I was turning 21 in a few months. So luckily I wasn't that young. I got to experience, a little bit of life, outside of high school. But still young, you feel me?
Yeah.
Still young.
I feel like there's not many good times, not like a pessimistic way, but there's never like an ideal time maybe to get pregnant. Some people obviously, but when you're under like 30, it's always like, you focus on career or life or fast anything, it's like, so it's like that obviously becomes the new fucking, stepping stone for everything you branch on further. All your aspirations and dreams and goals, it's not centralized anymore. It's, it's external now.
Exactly.
It's you have a little part of yourself running around. It's so fucking weird.
And yeah, I definitely see myself in that little girl for real.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
So what's the personality like? Is it like you said she's turning 2 or she is 2?
She's turning 2, yeah.
So there's the personality's developing now then, huh?
Oh yeah, the personality's been there. That little girl's crazy. I mean, she's definitely got an attitude of her own. She doesn't like being told no, as all little kids do, but she's smart. She's smart. I don't know. I don't like to brag about my daughter, because I feel like every parent is. I mean, every parent's like, oh, my kid's the smartest and stuff. My kid's the smartest. So I don't really like to be that guy. But no, I think my daughter's, really smart, and for her age, she understands a lot. She develops really fast, in most areas. She didn't walk for, I think, until she started walking pretty late. And her teeth grew really late. That's pretty much that's pretty much the only thing. But she developed really fast, like words and stuff like that, talking. When she did start walking, she went from like walking to like running pretty quick.
Yep. She was holding back on it,
Yeah, definitely.
Waiting to happen.
Yeah, now she's starting to climb things, starting to like get into stuff, open doors.
That terrible twos type of shit.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely believe it now.
Yeah.
I didn't really get it at first, but I definitely believe that now.
I'm taking these headphones off. Feel free to do whatever. This is ridiculous.
Nah, sorry. I kind of like to hear myself, so
do it up,
I'm not like talking mad loud.
Yeah, it's the glasses for me, bro. It's like I feel but that's it. That's awesome, man. So what kind of activities is like the typical day consist of with the 2-year-old? I got the siblings, but I was like a dickhead brother when they were growing up. I don't know, fuck you, I'll hang out, but I wasn't like paying attention like that all the time, which I regret. But
typical day. So she's a really good sleeper. So she goes to bed 6 p.m., 6:30, sometimes 7. She sleeps till like 6 a.m. Which is good. She's kind of like my alarm
dope
clock.
Schedule.
Yeah, it's kind of like my alarm clock. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. You feel me? Wakes up at like 6 a.m. Eat breakfast and shit. Then she just like plays pretty much. Plays for the most of the day. If I'm not home or her mother's not home, she's with her grandmother. She's doing the same shit.
Yep.
Plays most of the day, takes a nap at some point, plays more, eats more.
Yep.
Fucking goes to sleep.
Eat shit, play.
You know the life of a kid, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could be back
before like
there.
3 or 4, it's a weird like point where they're conscious, like they're beings, but it's like they're not fully there sometimes. It's like they're kind of on like cruise control sometimes. They're kind of stuck in that loop, and it's funny to watch, man.
It's
funny to see.
Yeah.
But that when they do like become self-aware in those moments, it's like holy shit, like they just snapped into it. You know?
No, she knows the routine. Like she'll as soon as we get up, pick her up out of the bed in the morning, she's already asking to eat and shit. So like she knows the routine. She knows the routine. She's cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
Girl. Yeah.
So what are you doing for work? You say you doing during the days, or you doing when she's sleeping type of thing? How's that?
Yeah, I work most of the days. Only got 2 days off a week. This day and Thursdays usually. Selling mattresses. As weird as it sounds, but
people gotta sleep.
There's money in it.
Yeah.
Fucking a lot of money. Actually, fucking surprisingly a lot of money in it. But no, it's good.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You know Johnny Costello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was FaceTiming him. I FaceTime all the time on and off, but we were talking one day, and he was really breaking down his commission rates.
Yeah. Nah, he I don't really work with him that much, but I've seen his numbers. That motherfucker's really good.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's really good.
I was like, because honestly, at first he's like, yeah, mattress. I was like, okay, and he's like, dude, listen. I was like,
yeah,
right.
bro.
And then he's like, I'm like, you shitting me right now?
Yeah.
Had me thinking. I was like, fucking jeez. I was thought commission was like, if you're not like a stock guy or a salesman like for like cars, like what's the point?
Because most jobs they do like percent-based commission, so like most of the time it really fucking sucks. At least from what I've heard from some people.
Yeah.
But the way my job's commission is, it's like margin-based commission.
Okay.
So it's pretty much like your commission is based off of how profitable the sale is. So like, if we buy the mattress or if we buy all the items for X amount, like if we just buy the mattress for X amount, pretty much that's like a certain percentage commission. If you add on accessories, it makes the margin go up, because that's really where you're profitable.
Yep. So the base sale's not where the big money is. It's like the add-on type of thing.
You can make if it's a good mattress. Let's say it's like one of the fucking Tempur-Pedic mattresses.
Okay, yeah.
You can make a decent amount if you just sell the mattress.
Yeah.
Let's say it's not discounted, which in Tempur-Pedic usually never is. You can make a good, depending on which one it is, you can make a good like 200 around there. If you just sell the mattress.
Gotcha.
Obviously, it's hard to sell a lot of Tempur-Pedics every day.
Yeah.
Some people can do it. I've never worked with Johnny, but based off of his numbers, it looks like he does that a lot.
Or he does fraud, one or the other. Fuck you, Johnny.
Maybe.
I ain't making accusations, but fuck that guy.
Maybe. But yeah, if you just add on these accessories and shit like that, pretty much just makes it more profitable. The margin goes up, so like the company's making more money, so you're making more money.
Of course, yeah, it's incentive based.
You like, I think perfect like margin. I forget the number. I think it's like 48 or something, some shit like that. If you hit that number, you're pretty much at like 10%. You can get like above, a little bit above. Like you can get like I've seen like 50, 52. My manager, that motherfucker's crazy selling mattresses. I don't know how he does it. Yeah. Like it's like, holy shit. Like how the fuck do you like get people to do this? Like
he's just a maestro at it.
It's literally like maestro. It's like a master with words, you feel me? It's very like he's very persuasive.
Yeah, I feel obviously this is pretty self-explanatory. I feel like, but it's got to be a lot of communication based.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. If you're just stiff as a fucking board, you're not selling shit. You know?
No, definitely. Yeah. And there's some salesmen that are like that.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I'm a talker. I like to communicate with my customers and shit like that. So I have a little, +1 in that.
Yep.
In that area. Customers usually like me. I've never really had a bad complaint from a customer.
That reflects good all around then.
I've heard some crazy stories from customers. Like I met a lady that used to play piano with fucking what's his name, Steven Tyler. I guess.
Really?
I guess he used to live in Hull.
Yeah, right on the beach and shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's so funny.
She was showing me pictures of her and shit with fucking Steven Tyler, and she was telling me how like she wanted to start a music school pretty much for like lower class people.
Man.
Like where it's pretty much free.
Yeah,
you don't have to pay. And she was like, I understand, like a lot of lower income families have children that want to learn instruments that can't always afford it because a lot of these instruments are expensive.
God amount of money.
I've heard some cool shit. I met a fucking a hippie in the 70s.
Still stuck in the 70s?
Not really. Still, kind of like she was still like anti-government now.
Well, if that's 70s, I'm 70s. But.
Yeah, no, she came in like pretty much like complaining about the government. Like I was like, "How are you doing, man?" She's like, "I'm having a bad day." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "I just hate the government." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "All right, that's cool."
Man, she would have walked out that store fucking paying for my vacation.
Oh man,
I would have sold her everything.
She was cool. No, she was cool. She told me some good stories and shit.
Fuck yeah.
But man, it's a great sales, especially mattress sales. I feel like, because in mattress sales, you're helping somebody feel better. If you're doing the right thing, you're helping somebody feel better. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like you can sell a car and just fucking sell it to somebody. Like they're not gonna fucking go home and like know that like they're gonna sleep better at night. When they bought a new car, you feel me?
They'll be happy for a week till they gotta pay that fucking car payment the next month.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's more of an experience, I guess, more than rather than a transaction when you're selling mattresses.
That's beautiful.
That's how I look at it, at least.
So it feels rewarding then when you're doing it.
I mean, I wouldn't say it feels like rewarding.
Okay.
I'm not like one of those guys that are that passionate about his job, but I recognize what my job is. Like I know that at the end of the day, like I'm helping customers pick a right mattress, because no funny shit. The comparison to Mattress Firm and like a lot of other mattress stores is like fucking insane, bro. Like,
yeah, aside from Mattress Firm, I'm not sure of any other ones.
like, there's like, you know, Jordans and shit.
Oh,
and,
okay, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Bob's, Macy's sells mattresses
Fuck
and
Macy's,
shit.
though.
But literally, there was a dude I met the other day, like last week, 2 weeks ago. He was telling me that he used to work at another mattress store, and it was pretty much like the way he would explain it is like the way they were taught to sell is like price feel. Like, oh, like you want a hard one? All right, this one's hard. It's this much. You know, you want a soft one? This one's soft. It's this much. At Mattress Firm, like they go more into detail, like, you know, are you having fucking back pain? You know, they explain more what the fucking mattresses do for like each like problem that you may have sleeping and shit. So it's more of like a tailored experience.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess.
gotta make the customers feel, you know, understood and heard and shit.
You know, it's like I said, at the end of the day, I know I'm helping customers sleep better rather than just fucking randomly pick a mattress.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, this is the $1 million question. What mattress do you sleep on? Since you're the fucking guy of them.
No funny shit. I have not bought a mattress for my job yet. So literally, I started working at Mattress Firm like literally a few months after I moved into my apartment. So I had already bought a mattress. Like, well, my girlfriend bought a mattress. I didn't buy that shit. And yeah, that shit was like $1,500. So, so you know,
I'm assuming well for the price.
You feel me? So like, as soon as I started working there, I was like, fuck, like I could have, you know, gotten a way better mattress, like for the price.
Discounted type of shit too.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. I would have gotten it for a great price, like pretty much any mattress I want, for a great price. So I fucked up on that. But maybe I'll replace it eventually. Who knows?
They got, what is it, every like 5 years or something, right?
They say 10 to 12 years.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how long a mattress really should last you.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it though. I don't want to sound like a nerd.
Yeah, no,
me?
you're good,
like,
dude.
You know?
The thing is, I love hearing about things that people are knowledgeable about that I don't fucking know anything about, like mattresses. I don't know. I know I sleep on a queen and I sleep like a fucking baby every night. That's all. That's literally all I know.
That's good.
I know I hit the weed pen. I lay down. I wake up feeling great. That's
good. No.
But like when I hear you like, or even John just getting the specifics of like the checklist of back pain, I'm like, damn, bro.
Dude.
People really need I burped. Need a specific type of thing. That was retarded. Need a specific type of thing, bro.
Nah, for
That's
real.
why I can't drink these goddamn things.
What are those?
It's a hint water. It's just like water with flavor, but it gives me like acid reflux when I drink them.
Oh shit!
But I love them.
Oh damn!
I can't control it. I'm gonna try not to burp again. I'm sorry. That was ridiculous. I'm happy you weren't like a senator or someone I was talking to.
Imagine. So, one thing I wanted to get into is when I first emailed you about the podcast.
Yep.
Right.
For only person ever fucking email me, by the way. Even though I put it in every single video.
Respectful. I
Thank
follow
you for
rules.
that. But he could have texted me, but he with the email. That's respect.
Exactly.
Folks.
I thought you didn't fuck with me, bro. The email you sent me back, bro, was probably the most respectful way I've ever felt disrespected, bro.
Really?
Dude, I just want to tell you exactly what you said.
Okay, please,
and I want to see how you
please.
said, I would love to have you on in the distant future. Now, I have never heard anybody say distant future, but the way the way I interpreted that was like, thanks, but no fucking thanks.
Listen, you're saying something that I said, and I'm thinking the same thing, and I spoke it, so I'm like, what?
I've heard near future before. Yeah. I've never heard distant future before.
Man,
I was like, what the fuck?
I must have been on like an acid trip or something. Just been like,
I didn't take it that personal. I didn't really take it that
man.
personal, but I was like, oh damn.
When was this? Just like how long? Was this like over a year and a half ago?
It was probably like right when you first started the podcast. I want to say like maybe like 4 or 5. I want to say maybe like February 2021, maybe around there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying. The podcast started off weird because like it was a thing where I wasn't fully comfortable yet doing it, and like a lot of personal shit going on, so I wasn't even like not that I say is gonna excuse that email. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous, and I'm kind of like geeking about it. But like, bro, yeah, I don't know like why I would phrase it that way to any human being ever. Nah, it was just a lot of like guessing if I was even going to continue, and was like, oh, I'd put out an episode every month, you know, and it was like, when I did, it was just terrible. It was awful. Like, didn't care. But like, it was like something to escape reality from for a bit, I guess. So I wasn't even like, when people were hitting me up, like like friends and shit, even like, I was like nervous about it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. Because I did some with people over the internet, like people that I reached out to and whatnot, and they were good conversations. If you listen to them, they're terrible at conversations on my part because I didn't know how to speak.
I've watched a couple episodes.
I was just stumbling over my words.
It's that way with getting into anything, pretty much, you know? Yeah. Every time you start anything, you know, everything's going to be rocky the first few times. Yeah, you feel me?
Absolutely. For me, it was rocky for over a year, but I'm hip.
Nah, it takes people longer than usual. There's people who've been rapping for fucking years and still can't do that shit. There's people who've been painting for years and still can't do that shit, you know? But talking to you now for, I don't know how long we've been fucking talking for. The conversation's
I'd say roughly
smooth.
20 minutes.
The conversation's smooth, you know what I'm saying?
This is how it happens. People tend to come in here and they'll be like, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, stop. Just sit down. Let's talk.
Nah.
I'm like, can you have a conversation? Yeah. Do you know what a camera is? Yeah. We're good. That's literally all it is, bro.
Nah, for real. Like, and I watch a lot of podcasts too, so
I
like,
love them.
Fucking, I don't know if we watch the same podcast.
Before we move on to that, I'm curious what you're listening to. My actual apologies for the fucking respectful disrespect, though.
Nah, you good,
because I wasn't trying to build up the rationale as like a scapegoat. Because that's a fucking dickhead response I gave you. I'm a man up right there. That's fucked.
Nah, you good, bro. Nah, but, I never really took it that personal. Yeah, it was just funny as hell. I'm taking it personal. It was funny as hell. Like, I kind of made it a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking to Sean and shit and fucking Ansel about it. I was like, man, this dude, fucking, I've never been more respectfully disrespected.
I was just gonna say, when you seen Sean and Ansel on there, you're probably like, what the fuck?
Nah, I was like, I didn't really say that much about it, but fucking, I was just like, damn, fuck it. I was like, tell him I want to get on the podcast, bro. Fuck it.
Well,
but
bro,
I'm here now.
Yeah, I'm happy it happened.
I'm here, bro.
Crazy. What type of podcast you listen to? Like, what are you in? Are you into like topics, or you like just people?
See, I like general podcasts. I like podcasts that talk about a lot of topics, not really one necessarily, like not one genre really. I usually watch the No Jumper podcast. I don't know if you're familiar with them. There's 3 of them. There's one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, I think. And they pretty much talk about a wide variety of things, you know.
So it's not just like rap interviews?
It's not. So he used to do rap interviews, you know. That's what it was mainly. I don't know how long he's been in the podcast game. I think about like 2 years now, I want to say.
I remember being, Michael Lindsay.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember being with him in like junior year of high school, and we would just listen to the No Jumper podcast for like 2 hours. We would just sit down, just hang out and watch him.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they were the podcast or just the interviews, but like he's been banging those out.
Yeah, it was probably the interviews, but no, he's. I love his interviews. I love his podcast. Fucking, it's more like kind of like this. Like the podcasts that are on there are more like this, where it's like, all right, they might talk about a few topics, but it's more like homie shit. You feel me? Like just people like sitting down talking and shit. So it's like one thing with me, like when I feel like when I'm retaining too much information, like I feel like I kind of like zone out.
Yeah, system overload type.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I can't, like my girl, she loves to watch like, I think it's called Crime Junkies or whatever the fuck it is. It's like a true crime podcast. And I'm like, dude, one, I don't know how the fuck you can listen to all this death, murder, fucking shit all fucking day long. And 2, I'm like, I don't know how you can sit there and like retain all this fucking information for 2 hours or however the fuck a podcast is. Like that's just way too much for me. You know, I zone out. You feel me? Like, but like the No Jumper podcast is literally like homie shit. Like I find myself like I don't know, like involving myself in their conversation, not talking obviously.
Yeah, but
like,
you're kind of like a bird's eye view of the
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they'd be funny as shit. Like I'd be laughing to myself, like
Yep.
sometimes fucking dying my ass off, bro. Like, and they got some cool characters. Like the Tuesday show is just it's just Adam 22. I don't know if you know that dude, Lil House Phone.
Yeah, I know the name. I'm not sure if you show me a picture. I wouldn't know him. I know the nickname.
Yeah, Lil House Phone and fucking this
There's
other
a girl
dude
on there too, right?
Nah, not anymore. There used to
Okay,
be
yeah,
fucking, and then there's a dude named AD, fucking rapper from Compton, I think. And then like the Wednesday show is that dude AD, this Mexican dude. You ever seen that meme? Where was that? Those two Mexican guys. It was one fat one and one skinny one. And he was like, "Oh, you probably never seen this." He was like, "Oh, he's like, where the hoes at?" And then the dude's like, "Oh, take that shit off." He's like, "My girl got you on your story." He's like,
"Oh yeah."
He's like, the homegirl with domestic violence.
Yeah.
So
he like moves in on the camera.
So is that dude the fat dude? That dude AD. And then a dude named T-Rel. T-Rel was like a dude that used to roll with Tyga, I guess, and shit. Like he was like, I guess he was a part of Tyga's come up. Like it was just like him and Tyga like going on tour and shit like that, or like going to meet Wayne and shit. Like he told a funny ass story about how him and Tyga were broke. They had no money, and Lil Wayne invited them like on tour. But they didn't know that they didn't have any money, so they hadn't eaten in like 3 days, and they were in the fucking studio or some shit. And I guess Lil Wayne had a piece of chocolate cake like sitting on the fucking sitting on the counter, and they were like kind of like sneaking, like talking to each other, like, "Yo, we go steal that cake, bro." Like I'm hungry. So we made Tyga steal a cake and shit like that. Funny shit. And then
meanwhile, Wayne's in the booth, just passed out on lean, still rapping to himself.
Yeah, literally. And then fucking that Thursday show is like it's House Phone, 3 other dudes. You probably won't know who they are. They're pretty much they're not really big. They're like a part of No Jumper. They used to be like employees and shit like that. Cool. Some shit like that. But that one they get into a lot of things. Like since it's House Phone, he's really into fashion and shit. He gets into like a lot of the streetwear shit. His podcast, I feel like, gets more into like music shit. Shit
so
like
overall,
that.
It's more of like a cultural scene type of podcast.
Yeah, pretty much. So there's like a lot of like shit on there. Like but it all stems down to like all of those podcasts. It's mostly just homie shit, bro.
Hell yeah,
like,
yeah.
And that's the one thing I like about it. Like I've tried watching other podcasts, but I just can't do it, bro.
Yeah,
I can't. I won't say I can't do any other podcast. Like I like Brown Bag. Have you ever seen Brown Bag with Gillian Wallow and shit? Drink Champs. You never seen Drink Champs?
Nah.
You never seen that interview with Kanye? And they got fucking what's his face? Nore and shit.
I probably have. I bet you Devin Gain will probably send me something of it. He sends me everything Kanye once a day.
Oh no, you've definitely seen that interview. It's the one.
So when he's shit faced.
Yeah, and they make him smoke a joint and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
That interview was fucking hilarious. But fucking, I don't really watch all their episodes. I'll tap into one if I like see it on my recommended. But they're cool. Mainly No Jumper though.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
No Jumper universe is like cool. Like they got a lot of. It's bigger than you really think. Like they start like. I'm big into like the LA music scene and shit. I think No Jumper put a lot of people on.
It put me on X when X came out. Believe it or not.
So that's how I got into No Jumper. Shout out to X. Fucking, I just watched that documentary. I don't know if
it came out already.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's on Hulu if you don't have it.
I do have Hulu.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Fucking, that's just crazy.
That's gonna be some tearful shit.
It's definitely sad. Definitely sad. You learn a lot of shit that you didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna spoil anything.
Yeah, please don't.
I just want you to see it for yourself.
Absolutely.
But fuck, man. No Jumper. So when I first got into X, so the way I got into X is not how most people got into X. And I put this on my daughter's life. Everybody's gonna think I'm lying. I swear to God, bro, my daughter's life, like I said. This girl at North. You may have met her before. She didn't really talk to a lot of people. Some people may have met her. If anybody went to North and is listening to this, her name was Kristen.
Okay.
She was an Asian girl. She was from Florida. She had just moved to Boston.
Okay.
My assumption, I think she was living with one of her parents, and they died or some shit. She didn't really want to talk about it, which is why I assume that's probably maybe something along the lines with that. Pretty much, she told me. So the way we got into talking is she saw me watching a Kodak music video on one of the library computers. So she came up to me. As one
tends to do.
Yeah, fuck it. She came up to me because this was like 2016. You know, she came up to me. She was like, I met Kodak before. And I was like, shut the fuck up. No, the fuck you haven't. I didn't even know who this girl was. I'm like, shut the fuck up. No, you haven't. She's like, yeah, I have. She's like, I'm from Florida. She's like, Kodak used to drive around and pass out his CDs to people. And I'm like, she's like, I'm pretty sure I still have one of the CDs. I'm like, yeah, all right, bro. So like a week later, she brought the CD in. Yeah, she brought the CD in. I was like, oh shit, bro. Right? I used to go to the library, talk to her. That's really the only time I really used to talk to her. I go into the library one day, and she's like, yo, listen to my friend's song. And she plays me Look At Me.
Bro.
It didn't have that many plays. It maybe had like 50K plays at the time.
She said my friend's
I was like, yo,
song.
this shit fucking sucks, bro. I was like, this shit is
Can I be honest with you?
Yo.
I was driving down the beach with Sammy and Joe.
Uh-huh.
They played the song, and I made them shut the song off.
Bro, I was like,
that's dead ass.
I was like, this shit fucking sucks, bro. Like, this shit is so fucking
the vocals
ass.
are awful. Yeah.
Literally, bro.
Screaming.
I was like, oh my God, bro. I'm like, this shit is so fucking bad. A couple weeks go by. I see somebody talking about X on Twitter. So I was like, isn't that the dude that Kristen showed me? So I go and I listen to the song again. And this time I'm listening to it in the headphones. I'm not listening to it, one ear in the library on fucking some shitty headphones and shit. Fucking, I'm listening to it with like my actual headphones, like my over-the-ear headphones, feel me? And I'm like, yo, this shit actually is kind of hard. Yep. You feel me? I'm like, this shit kind of goes hard. So I started listening to him for a little bit, and then like I just wanted to know more about his life. You feel me?
Crazy fucking life.
At the time, he didn't have any interviews out. He just had like videos of him fighting and shit. Yeah. So that's really all it was for a while. And then he started blowing up slowly. And I think he had, I want to say it was with the fader. I think it was a video of him
outside with ski mask.
And he's wearing a white hat,
the plaid shirt.
Yeah. That was, I think, the first ever thing to come out with him in it.
I think Denzel was in that shit too. I think that's when they were all staying in like a house in Florida. It was like 8 of them or whatever.
Yeah.
I might have just made that part up. I feel like there was like people just popping in through that.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, the fucking interview with No Jumper comes out, and that's when you really start to learn a lot about him and learn like what his message is and really like kind of like what he's about like as a person.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to fucking sound like a fanboy, but like I just was like I was fucking with it heavy.
Dog,
bro.
I got 17 sat on my wrist. I feel the fanboy shit. I feel it.
See what that's?
My man, come on. That's what we doing here. Let's go.
What we doing here,
What we
bro?
doing here? Nah, that's bro. That dude made an impact. I ain't listen myself. But a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
Deep impact for how short he was around,
For real.
comparatively speaking. How little he actually put out that was studio worthy. I'm not talking like SoundCloud type of shit. Which dude, you can go on for with Teeth and fucking. I don't want to do this anymore. All that, but bro, when he put 17 out, I was fucking mesmerized.
It was just like when I was watching the documentary and shit, and they were playing all the songs that I was listening to at fucking 16 years old, bro. I was just like, God damn, man. Like,
see, I'm gonna cry when I watch it. No
bro,
bullshit.
I wanted to cry, bro. I wanted to cry, bro. Like, when I was just listening to all those songs, man, I was just like, damn, bro. Like, it was a different time, bro. Like, this shit was crazy, bro. And I'll never forgive this motherfucker for canceling the show in Worcester, bro.
Yeah.
We were in Worcester. I was so fucking excited to see this nigga, bro. Canceled it because his fucking cousin got shot or some shit like that. But the one rewarding thing, not rewarding thing, but fucking cool thing, I guess, is this motherfucker messaged me on Xbox, bro. I think I just said, like, love you, bro. Like, big fan of yours and shit. And he messaged me a heart back, bro. Just like a heart,
man.
bro. And I was just like, man, bro, that's just cool, bro.
He was for the fans.
He really
as much
was.
As you can be when you get to that level of superstar, where he was toward the end.
Oh yeah. Even if you see like how he was like when he wasn't that big.
Yeah.
He always, was like, and they really show that in the documentary and shit. He was really always there for like fans and shit.
Yeah.
Genuine person, you feel me? Rest his soul, man.
Does it get into like with his uncle and stuff like that, and Jocelyn and like the suicide and all that? Does it get like into the?
They don't really get into Jocelyn at all, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they really get into Jocelyn
Might be for the
at
best.
all. Yeah.
Focus on what happened.
I don't really know the story about all of that.
It's brutal.
Yeah,
they were together, hotel room. He basically like woke up the next day and she was gone.
Oh damn!
Like in the same room. From my remembrance.
Damn.
Found his uncle when he was a kid.
Oh,
Suicided. Yeah, I mean.
I did not know.
Yeah,
that.
man.
Damn.
Very. That's gotta fuck you up.
Yeah, bro.
It's.
Oh yeah. As a little kid.
Yeah.
They
man.
definitely go into a lot of his like emotions though, like kind of like not diagnosing, but like saying why pretty much he might have been acting the way he was acting, you feel me, why he turned the way he turned. If you see how he was with his mother, this is not really a spoiler, but because this was known before the documentary came out, but like him and his mother didn't always have the best like relationship. Like it wasn't really like a loving mother and son relationship, and they show clips in the documentary of the way like he was talking to his mother, and it was like, bro, like you would think this dude was talking to like one of his friends, bro.
Yeah,
like
I seen
his
him post
homegirl
videos on
and
his
shit.
story back in the
feel
day on
me?
Instagram.
Like,
Yeah, it was funny stuff.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, so it's like I can see why he may have missed a big part of things from his childhood that really fucks you up as a child, and that kind of goes back into like me being a dad. I try to be there for my daughter, because a little shit like that, there's little things that you may do that you may not even be aware of, that's all related to like childhood trauma and shit that, you feel me? Like it can be anything, you feel me? Like
usually is the subtle shit too.
Yeah, I can't even think of anything off the top of my head, but like it's really like shit that like there's so much shit that like for me, like I bite my nails, you feel me? Like that's all related to like my childhood and shit. Like I used to get real bad anxiety like when I was a little kid and shit, you feel me? And I still bite my nails sometimes, you feel me? So like it's always been a habit for me There's a lot of things a lot of people do. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like
could be
I'm lost right
yeah,
now. You
no,
feel
no,
me?
no,
I
it
can't
could,
think of
yeah,
anything off the top of my head. But childhood trauma is crazy, bro.
yeah.
And that motherfucker was affected by that shit, heavy, and
That's a hard
it
pattern to
helped
break.
him and hurt him.
Yeah.
It helped him and hurt him.
I said break. I meant break. Jesus.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you see the hurt through the cycle in and out of jail and shit up until the end, basically, more or less. But yeah, man, it's interesting because I like the psychology of a lot of things, especially especially trauma, but trauma is a big pivotal point and around fucking all emotion psychology. Right. Well, it can be stemmed. It's very weird because it can stem from anger, but it can also stem to fucking happiness and euphoria, like simultaneously. So it's very weird. You see that where you see him fighting, but then you see him go on Instagram, or you see old videos of him talking how he loves people, or he'll be hugging people after. And it's like, man, it's like, it's a broken person in a sense, you know. And a lot of healing needs to be done for that.
And like, I truly believe he was probably the most self-aware person I've ever seen in my life, you know. He truly knew who he was as a person. And I don't know if you remember, like, when he fucking shaved his eyebrows and shit.
Yeah, and he had the gray fucking dreads right there.
I don't know if you remember, like, him kind of, like, going into it, but it was more like him, like, and they talk about it in the documentary, if I'm not really explaining it well, but kind of like him shedding his old self, pretty much, like, you know, wanting to start over. And then when he dyed his hair blue, that was pretty much like the new him. You know, that's what he wanted to be, a better person. And then he had what was that song? The Moonlight video.
Yep.
Where he's fighting his old self.
Yeah. No, that was the sad one.
Moonlight was
sad. When they were in the
sad.
forest.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Crazy symbolism in that video. I only know that because of how crazy I remember that video being when I watched it. I was like, fuck, that's nuts. Open casket, comes out, starts fighting himself. I'm like, fuck, man.
I was like, at the time, I was like, what the fuck, bro? But like, you know, as you know, time passes, you rewatch things, you kind of fucking start to think about it. You never really get anything on the first watch.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Good art lasts, stands the test of time, man. That's gonna a lot of his shit's gonna stand the test of time. But that video is pretty monumental for me when it comes to symbolizing his introspective thoughts and shit.
For sure. He didn't have a lot of music videos, but the ones that he did have were fucking crazy.
They stood out.
Like, I don't know if you remember, like, when he had that whole controversy with the fucking Riot music video. You remember that?
Dude, with the noose?
Yeah, bro.
That was intense.
But that had a strong-ass message to it.
It took me a while to dissect that message.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was kind of subjective, to be honest, but, like, very, like, either way, very crazy.
Yeah. Fucking that dude was definitely an artist. And it's crazy because if you watch the No Jumper interview, he says, like, if you give me the tools.
Goddamn bug. I don't know where it just came. Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, you good. He's like, if you give me the tools and the resources to make fucking amazing shit, he's like, I promise you, like, I'll make the best fucking music in the world. Like, you know, I'll be the best artist in the world. That motherfucker really did that.
See, that's the thing. It's not like it's stemming from a place of egotistic, like, manic ideas.
He knew.
He fucking came through.
Yeah, bro.
And he did it before he even had... Bro, I Spoke to the Devil in Miami is a perfect example of having zero resources and creating a fucking masterpiece of a song.
All his old shit.
Gone Forever, Aaron Hernandez. I'm trying to think. What was the other one, bro? Vice City?
All of his old shit, man. Yeah. The fact that he used fucking laptop mics, cheap ass fucking
while sitting on the ground,
blue snowballs, bro, mixing it in fucking what do you call that shit, Audacity and shit. I used to fucking use Audacity. That
Audacity
shit
on here as we speak.
That shit is not like the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's best for recording like shit. Like what we're doing, but for fucking for music, you know what I'm saying?
When you're trying to make it,
bro. But he used that shit to his advantage, bro. And just like, little did he know, he was creating a whole genre of something, bro. Like, he was creating a whole wave, bro. Like, that whole fucking whatchamacallit, fucking
Florida movement in a sense, I guess.
No, not even like the distortion.
Okay, yeah, like the SoundCloud.
You know what I'm saying?
Kinda, yeah.
He started a big ass wave with that,
Yeah.
bro. Because at the time, what was really out? Playboy Cardi, like Broke Boy and shit. Fucking.
We don't mention that name in this house, though. But that's okay.
You don't fuck with Cardi?
No, I don't.
I'm not a big new Cardi fan.
Oh, I listen to Cardi. I'm talking about Young Boy.
Oh, I didn't say Young Boy.
Oh, I thought you said NBA.
No, I said
Maybe my
Cardi.
hatred's just so strong. I thought you said it. Jesus.
Nah,
Christ.
I don't really fuck with Young Boy either.
Fucking
yeah,
guy.
I don't like Young Boy.
I don't like Cardi either, but I can listen to him. I cannot listen.
I don't like new Cardi. But fucking, what was really out back then? Fucking Plug and B. Fucking like Uzi. I don't even think Uzi was. Uzi was more like 2017.
That was like 16,
yeah,
right?
16, 17.
Time.
Yeah, Uzi. Fucking Drake was big.
Yeah.
Fucking Summer 16. Fucking, you know.
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker came out with that shit. Like that shit was big. Had motherfucking Drake copying him. And if Drake's copying your shit, like, you got something, bro.
Remember when he made the T-shirt of him, like, fucking Drake's mom? Like, mad funny.
Bro, this dude was reckless, bro.
Yeah.
He came in the game super fucking reckless, bro. And that shit worked for him, man.
Hear me out on this one. I want to hear what your opinion on this is. I haven't really spread this time, but I've had this kind of formula, though. I kind of look at his rising into the rap game, kind of similar to, and this is a bold take, but hear me out, like a Nas or a Joey Badass. Joey Badass with 1999. Fucking crazy mixtape for a 16-year-old to drop. Nas with Illmatic. One of my top albums of any genre of music ever. Does it before he's 18. X coming out crazy. I'm not talking with the 17, which is there. I'm talking before that. Mm-hmm. The lineage of his SoundCloud shit, bro, it's actually crazy for what he had resource-wise, what he put out, emotion-wise, and just fucking story portrayal. Crazy to me.
I would compare them in terms of being really fucking good at what they do.
Yeah.
Like, they're advanced type shit. Like, they're not just, like, regular artists, regular rappers.
Yeah.
Like, I would put those motherfuckers, like, in the same category as, like, Kanye and shit.
Absolutely.
Not that I'm not trying to, like, suck Kanye's dick or
I don't do
anything
Catholic
like that.
Kanye,
but
free Christianity, I'm for it.
Me neither. But Kanye's a fucking artist.
Yeah.
Like, that dude puts,
yes.
like, a lot of fucking effort into
Absolutely.
his music. And I put those motherfuckers in the same category, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not so much Nas, he is just a rapper at the end of the day. He doesn't really put too much.
I specifically mentioned just for the Illmatic alone. I wasn't talking about I like Nas as a rapper.
Definitely.
But Illmatic to me is just fucking crazy for what it is.
So, how are you trying to compare them?
I'm not... Okay, yeah, I did a horrible explanation. I'm saying, like, coming from a young age and making such a statement with a crazy collection of pieces of work and then just blowing up. So, Joey with 1999 with Capital Steez before he died. I don't know if you've heard that mixtape.
I'm not the biggest. I'm not gonna say I'm not the biggest Joey Badass fan, but I don't listen to a lot of his music.
Fair enough. This album,
what I have
like
heard,
16,
I fuck with,
and it's fucking crazy. Like
Okay.
you hear this guy spitting, and you're like, there's no way this guy's under 18. Like there's no way this is the first thing he's put out, but it is. And Nas with Illmatic, dude started writing when he was like 14. It's like, it didn't come out till he was like 21 or something, but bro, it's like, that was there. The thought was there. X, like, the thought was, you can see the direct path and, maybe not improvement in, like, the sense of, like, sound quality for a while, because, again, you sitting on a floor with a laptop, recording on a fucking laptop, in and out of jail. But, bro, the emotion, the storytelling, just the raw, mainly the emotion for me, always had me hidden, bro. Always had me hidden.
The one difference I'd say that separates all of them kind of is X kind of forced his way into the game. You know what I'm saying?
I'll disagree. I'm just curious.
So, if you think about it, for what was out at the time, and what he was doing, to the naked eye and to the first time listener, it's fucking horrible. I mean, you and I can both agree. When the first time we heard
it,
X,
yeah. When I heard
we were like, "What the fuck is this? This shit is fucking ass, bro." Like, what
Dude
the fuck?
Screaming at me.
Yeah, bro.
Killing
Like,
people.
like, what the fuck, bro? This shit's horrible, bro.
That little bitch got her skull fucked. I was
like what? Like,
what are you talking about, X? What does that mean?
Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Her throat? What?
He pretty much, like, I don't want to say like forced his music on us, but like this motherfucker, first he blew up in the city. Like, that was the first step. But then, like, once he blew up in the city, it was kind of like he was putting pressure on the game. Like, this motherfucker was going at Drake, bro.
Yeah,
like,
pretty hard too.
Do you know how easy Drake could have got him blackballed pretty much? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker put effort into his shit. He made sure, like, no, like, you motherfuckers, like, aren't gonna blackball me. Like, this is my shit, and like, my shit's hot, my shit's different, and this is like the wave, bro. And like, I'm the face of like the generation, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like, and I don't really know how to explain it, but like, he infiltrated like the game pretty much. Like, what's the common come up for a rapper? Like, kind of similar, but it's like more of like, you know, all right, once your city fucks with you, like, your city's gonna put you on. You know, your city's gonna make sure the world fucks with you. You know what I'm saying?
Kodak is a good example because of Florida.
You feel me?
So, yeah.
X was more like, all right, my city fucks with me, or some people from the underground people from my city fuck with me. Now it's time to make sure like the world fucks with me type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think like it was more of a city that did that for him.
You think it was just like the grassroots, or mainly his approach to it?
Mainly his approach and a little bit of the grassroots, because this dude from the jump had a cult following. You know what I'm saying?
The T of the definition, like textbook example.
Yeah, from the jump he had a cult following. But you can have a cult following, but that doesn't mean you're gonna fucking blow up. Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fucking, like, I guarantee fucking Black Swan in downtown probably has some fucking sort of cult following. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, probably not. But that shout out to Black Swan. But, just the way like his approach was, you feel me? Like, all right, this motherfucker got it out of jail. Well, I think he was already going at Drake. I'm pretty sure Drake dropped that song while X was in jail. I
don't know the name of the song, but I can hear his knockoff flow of it right now in my head.
It was that song on, I think it was More Life. So then you just got an advance.
Yeah. It's a carbon copy.
Yeah, literally.
Inexcusable. Yeah.
X got out and was just like, you fuck nigga, like, like, you bitch, like, pretty much like going
dude
at
thought
the
he
top,
had him while he was in
top
jail.
dude in the game, bro. Like, just going at him, you feel me? Like, he did not give no fucks, bro. Crazy. Like, as a new person, like, if he would have had, and I'm pretty sure if anybody was managing him or somebody like reputable from like, you know, like in a fucking A&R or some shit like that, if somebody reputable from like a music standpoint was coaching him at that point, they probably were telling him that was a fucking horrible idea.
Anybody would. I would have told him that.
Anybody would have told him that. Like, that's like, you know, probably like the worst thing you can do. Like, if it was like somebody like fucking Kodak or some shit, or at the time, or like anybody else, you know, that's, you can get away with it, but you're going at the top dude in the rap game right now. Like, granted, he stole your shit, but like, all right, I guess this is how I want to put it. X had this cult following. Him and his fans pretty much attacked the game. Like, when this whole Drake shit happened, like, him and his fans, like, just, I don't know how to word it really without sounding stupid, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
I definitely agree. I agree more than when you first said it. I was just kind of like confused on what it meant. I agree a lot more. Like, now, like, I absolutely in a lot of ways do agree, because like, it's not, again, he wasn't having a huge label backing him. He wasn't having any huge promos going out. It was basically, from what I heard, it was literally word of mouth. I didn't see him everywhere on his social media. He was on SoundCloud. Like, he wasn't making real fucking money off his music.
No.
And then when I found his catalog, I'm like, dude, there's like 150 songs here. And I'm like, some of these have like 10,000 plays. Like, and look at me, he's got fucking 50 million. I'm like, damn, so he's not even like there yet. I guarantee you, if we go into SoundCloud right now, there's not one song under 10 million. No matter how old it is.
10 million?
Yeah, all right, let's say 100 million. Yeah.
Probably no song under 50 million, I want to say. I didn't know this. He's one of 64 artists to ever go diamond.
Sad, I assume?
Sad.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were only 64. I know Michael Jackson is one of them.
Drake's probably on there. He's got it.
Probably
right?
Drake.
Beatles.
Probably Beatles. Oh, sorry. Probably Beatles.
Well, I'd say it's probably mainly rock people and shit.
Probably rock people. Yeah, I would say mainly rock people. That's really
which adds credence to how crazy it is.
Exactly.
Was my point. Like,
exactly.
Shows the prevalence of rap becoming the top genre, and the fact that, you know, a kid was fucking 21 years old when he passed, I believe. Roughly.
20. Right? Yeah, 21.
Yeah. So it's like, Jesus, bro.
21,
you know, it's crazy.
You know, and it made me so mad because... So the dude that was with X at the time when he died was, I guess, the mom's boyfriend.
Okay.
And if you... Or I don't know if the footage was, like, out to the public before the documentary... but they show the footage of him getting, like, not like up close, but like they show like a different angle that not a lot of people have seen.
When he's in the car and shit.
It's like literally of him driving out and everything, and like the dudes coming in from the side, holding up the car type shit. But the dude that was with him, as soon as the motherfuckers come up to the car, pull their guns out, this motherfucker gets out of the car and runs, bro. That shit made me so fucking mad, bro.
Especially being the boyfriend of your girlfriend's
as
son.
A parent, bro.
Yeah.
I would never ever be able to forgive him. Never, bro. After I seen that footage, never, bro. Never. I mean, granted, it's not your kid to really fucking take care of. I want to tell you why it pisses me off, but I don't want to, like, it's not really a spoiler, but I don't know if I really should tell you.
Throw it out there. If anyone's not trying to get spoiled, skip the next, like, 30 seconds.
So, pretty much his mom was like, X was, like, feeling a little depressed that day. She was telling him, or she was talking to him, and when X was depressed, pretty much, she liked to go buy stuff. So, she was... After the talk of him saying that he was depressed, he was like, I'm going to go buy a bike. So she tells the boyfriend to go with him. And she was like, don't leave his side. Like, I don't, like, feel right about this right now. She's like, don't leave his side.
Okay. Just laugh, baby. Go
ahead. She was like, don't leave his side. And, then the motherfucker did that. So that really pissed me off because it's like you had like one job, bro. Like, it's just to protect.
She put that trust into him, you know, and it's face value. It's a bad situation.
Should have had security
added on top of it.
Should have had security. He was some scrawny dude.
Absolutely.
Very, very scrawny. Man.
For how big he was, I don't know why he didn't.
He was 5'2".
Yeah. No, I mean not like big. I mean like popular wise.
Oh,
definitely wasn't big.
Yo,
dude weighed like 110 pounds.
He was 5'2".
Yeah.
I thought he was at least like 5'6", 5'5". No, he was 5'2".
100 pounds.
Think about all the people you know that are 5'2". Think about how short 5'2". Yeah. I know you're probably like 5'10". I'm like 5'6", maybe. Fucking. Think about how short 5'2" is. That motherfucker packed the punch though.
Absolutely.
For sure. Crazy.
Yeah, man. I remember being when the shit went down. I was like on my way to my girlfriend at the time's house, and I get in, and like she was like, "Yo," and she just lays it down. I'm like, "Nah, stop." Throws on the news, and it's on like the news. Yeah. Like it's on like because it was like a half hour after it happened or something, and it was like I don't know if it was on the TV or it was somewhere, but I seen like someone talk. I was like, "Yo, what?" And then just like slowly just got unraveled, and like I was just like absolutely devastated.
For sure. And that's how I kind of found out Lil Peep died too. But it was funny. So, it was my girlfriend at the time too. I was at her house. We were sleeping and shit. We both wake up in the middle of the night. And then she's telling me, she's like, "Oh my God," she was like, "Lil Pump died," and I'm like, "What the fuck, Lil Pump died?" I'm like, "Damn, the Xanax got him." Like instantly, I knew. Yeah. I'm like, "Damn, Lil Pump died." I'm like, "That's crazy, right?" So I go on Twitter and I'm looking on because I want to see if this is real.
Yeah.
I'm looking on Twitter and I'm seeing mad shit about Lil Peep, and I'm like, "Bitch, it's not Lil Pump, it's Lil Peep," and she's like, "Oh, like my friend told me Lil Pump,"
Jesus.
and I'm like, "Oh God!" But I was sad too because that's another motherfucker that I really, whose music I really enjoyed and shit. That dude was really talented as well. If you look at his, well, I don't know if you've watched the documentary, but if you look at his like story, his was more emotional. You know, like he went through a lot of emotions, like depression and shit, even throughout his career, like up until he died, pretty much. Really sad.
Definitely hearing his music.
Yeah, it's really
as
for
evident,
sure.
if not more evident than X sometimes. Cause
oh,
I've never heard an Angry Peep song or like a really like.
See. And this is another thing they go into really well in the X documentary is like,
I should say angry.
As a child, it kind of went from, you know, most kids, you know, get that, so whatever it is they're missing, you know, and for X it was, you know, his mother's love pretty much. Most kids go from missing that to like fear, like having fear, you know. And from fear, it can turn into two things, well, three things, I guess. It can either turn into happiness, which doesn't really happen in most cases.
Until a very long time, at least.
Yeah. It can turn into depression, sadness, or it can turn into anger. And in X's case, it was anger. I guess in Peep's case, it was sadness.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why you never really heard a angry Peep song. That motherfucker was always sad, always depressed.
Yeah.
Granted, I wouldn't say that X probably never got sad or anything like that. I mean, everybody gets sad at some point. For the most part, he was an angry person, I guess.
Yeah, even 17, I have that on vinyl, and I fucking love listening to vinyl. But I was listening to it like a month or two ago. It's just like in the background, and like the same conversation we're having. I recognized like the emotion in it, but I recognized the underlying anger that surrounded the sadness of it. It wasn't really like a pure coming from a place of like despair. It was coming from a place of like loneliness and fucking just rage.
For sure.
That was being like expressed through that.
For sure.
And it's like very interesting how that turns out.
Rage always starts from, I mean, I wouldn't say always, but sometimes rage can start from, you know, some form of sadness, you know. And that's really what I felt in that album. Kind of like, you know, the start to like his anger, pretty much. You feel me? If you think about it, like, if you listen to like, I think the name of the song is King.
Okay. Yes.
I think he originally recorded that.
As the single cover.
I'm pretty sure it was the one that he recorded on a jail phone. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's called King. I forget what it's called. It's a jail song. It's a rock song. It's the one that's like heartbroken. How does it go? I'm killing everyone I love. Some shit.
Yeah.
That shit goes hard, and then he just starts yelling, bro, throughout the song. It's like it starts really soft, really, and then goes into anger, and that's kind of like what I'm talking about, like where it starts from sadness, because like that song, the way I interpret it was like, all right, I feel really sad, but like it's like, why is this happening? You know, like why am I hurting? Like, you know, why am I fucking up? Like why am I a fuck up? You know, and then it turns into anger, pretty much. You feel me? It's like, you know, you get so tired of asking yourself the same question every day, you know,
No
eventually,
answers.
and no answers.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna lash out. And that's how I interpreted that song. That's how I interpreted a lot of his music, especially the more like, you know, thinkable shit, I guess. Not like you said, fucking this little bitch got her fucking skull fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so weird to go from that to like a Garrett's Revenge, you know, with an acoustic.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. Oh, Garrett's
done
Revenge.
too great. And it's
Oh,
like,
man.
wow. It's like upbeat, but like the fucking the lyrics don't you know. It's I love when artists do that when they mix like different tones with messaging. Like I just love that shit. Like In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. Like you just rock your head to it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you listen to the lyrics, you're like, holy shit,
Bro,
you saw that? You know, it's like
that's a perfect. If you ever, see, I don't know if you drive or if you have a car, but
I do.
fucking if you
It
ever
took me long enough.
if you ever smoke in your car, bro, that song, bro. Oh man, like just at night, fucking going somewhere like the beach or something, bro. Just pushing the seat back, putting that song on. And smoking, bro.
Transcendent right there.
Oh man,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a different feeling, bro.
I got a song for you to look up. I'm gonna blow your mind. You gotta get really stoned and listen to the song. It's called "Lock It" by like a necklace by this band called Crumb.
Okay.
Bro, oh my god, I don't even want to give you anything. But like, this is what I feel like it's what you're saying type of thing, the same vibe.
Okay.
This is gonna put you in like a psychedelic mind, opposed to like a just like a vibe. I feel like, but bro, yeah, I stumbled upon this recently. I was looking for soundtracks for something, and I was like, this is perfect. And
Hell
I
yeah.
was just fucking hypnotized by it.
Hell yeah, fucking a lot of '80s R&B does that to me
Yep.
too, bro. Like, I be listening to like Zapp and Roger and shit like that.
Zapp and Is that a band or is that
Zapp and Roger's a dude, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Well, I think it's like the dude and the DJ. I think.
Okay, I'm gonna get put on
if
that.
you've ever seen I think it's Menace to Society that it's in.
Yeah, okay.
There's a scene. I can't even think of the exact scene, but they're pretty much like the older like G-funk like R&Bs, like pretty much like when like Snoop Dogg and NWA and shit started coming out.
Yeah.
These were the songs those motherfuckers were sampling, like all the G-funk shit. Like Dr. Dre used to sample a lot of these motherfuckers songs, like this genre of music. I wouldn't even really consider it like R&B, like really.
Is it like a predecessor to rap in a sense, or was it like around the same time? Kinda?
Like, so the one song that I love by Zapp and Roger is called "Computer Love," and he's singing. He's not rapping, but like the whole song is pretty much like how he's falling in love with somebody online, pretty much, which is really ahead of his time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's like an AOL chat room type of love.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like
even before that, even.
I'll show you the song when we're done.
Fuck yeah.
You know, it's a really good song. But it's more like talk box. You feel me? Like that. You know that sound, like the California, like that song. You know, the California love shit. You feel me? Like talk box. Like that's just crazy though. Crazy music, bro. I love music. You know me, bro. I've always loved music.
What is it about music for you? Because like, I feel like for me personally, when I was like growing up, even in high school, I use that as reference for like just for this conversations because it's literally been so fucking long. I don't know what else to reference, but like for me, it was just like I just listened to shit. I didn't care about really substance. Unless it involved me coping with what was being said. Yeah. But if it was something if it was irrelevant to my current thought process, it was in one out the other ear. All I heard was the beat. And I bobbed my head. So, but it's a lot different now. But what is it for you that like kind of got you into it?
So, music, I think, from like the grassroots of it, has always been something calming for me. Like I remember, like I said, my mother was really young. We weren't, the most fortunate at the time. So we did live in a shelter at one point. And as ghetto as it sounds, to get me to go to sleep, my mother would put on the 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying album to go to sleep.
Fucking one of the best albums ever made.
Oh yeah.
So that's a good pick. But
yeah. On Everything I Love in My Daughter's Life, I can call my mother right now. She'll tell you the same shit. So that's kind of like where it really started, you know. It was more of like something to get me in a calm mood, and as weird as it sounds, like how the fuck can that album get anybody in a calm mood? Like, you know what I'm saying? I still bump that album to this day.
That must have just stuck with you throughout the years. It's like a subconscious
50 Cent is my favorite rapper.
Yeah. I don't even mean the album. I mean just like the whole idea of calming, you know, being exposed to that is probably just part of your subconscious mind that's so embedded with that it just correlates the music with like satisfaction.
For sure.
Probably more than the level than even I do, because I don't have something like that that's profound, but that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, bro. So, you know, just growing up, it's like music always, like, just not even music in general, because growing up it was always rap. I liked R&B. My mom would listen to a lot of you know, Mary J. Blige, Keisha Cole and shit like that, so I liked R&B, but like that really wasn't what I was seeking, you feel me? It was always rap. I loved everything about it, the style, you know, the clothes, the lingo, bro, like everything. And it was like more because so when I was 5, I started living with my grandmother. And my grandmother was really strict, you know. I couldn't watch the music videos. I couldn't listen to the music with swears and shit. So it was even more intriguing, you know, at that point for me.
Tell a kid they can't have something.
You know, you know, you tell a kid he can't have something, he wants it even more. So fucking, I was obsessed with it 10 times more. I would like sneak fucking, you know, fucking on demand. You could delete what you watched recently. Oh, watch the music videos, delete them immediately.
Gotta do it.
Delete them immediately and shit. So, I was sneaky in that sense. And then kind of where I started to branch out was once Michael Jackson died. When Michael Jackson died, it was kind of like the first person since I had really been alive that like big name, you know, musician wise, that had died. I can't really think of anybody, you know, huge, you know, that had died previously.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Prince was after that, right?
Prince was way after that. Prince died in like 2016, I think 2015.
Really?
Something like that.
Me. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on then.
Yeah, fucking maybe even to like 2014 or something like that. But Michael Jackson died 2009.
Yeah.
So think of it, 9 years old, you know. That's really when you start paying attention to more shit, like
you start to actually grasp kind of the rudimentary concept of death.
So I was like, Michael Jackson music, you know, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So I just started listening to his music more, and I was like, this, and that was kind of like the first really genre out of rap that I fucked with. I was like, yo, this motherfucker's crazy, bro. He could dance, sing, bro, and he started doing this at a young age. Yeah. Like, I fucked with Michael Jackson's whole career. Like, I remember buying a documentary about him, pretty much. I had 2 fucking DVDs. I was like 10 years old, bro. Fucking, it was one about it was a documentary about his life, and then the other one was literally just like a collection of like every music video he's ever like made.
Oh yeah.
And that was another motherfucker that was creative with his music videos. He would like make them like into like short like films. Bro.
Thriller one with the zombies, bro.
Yeah, bro. But there's one that's even more intense, and I want you to watch it when you get a chance, bro. It's like 10 minutes long, bro. The whole music video. It's called Speed Demon, right? Okay. So the way it starts is I'm pretty sure they're in Disney Studios. And pretty much everybody's chasing Michael Jackson around, like, you know, because they're fans of him. Yeah. But it's like cartoon characters, you feel me?
Okay.
They're all chasing him around, and he eventually goes to hide in this fucking closet with a bunch of costumes.
Okay.
And he puts this costume on of like I think it's a rabbit or some shit, but he still has his like, you know, his Dirty Diana jacket on and shit, fucking. Then he goes out, and there's one fan that is crazy, like he wants an autograph, and he still knows it's him. So he starts chasing him, and now Michael Jackson's on a fucking motorcycle and shit, driving around the fucking city, and it's literally the rest of the music video is like a high speed chase with like him and a fan, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, and it's like cartoon. It's like a cartoon, bro.
Yeah,
but
chasing
like,
after.
it's like cartoon and then part real life type shit. And then like at some point, he
Space
takes
Jam
off.
shit.
He takes off the costume, and then the costume turns into a real person. Well, not a real person, but like it turns into its own person.
Yeah.
So it's like it's him, and then the costume still with the jacket on and everything.
That's trippy.
And then he starts having a fucking dance battle with the fucking thing, bro, and shit. And I'm like, yo, this shit's crazy, bro. But you know, Michael Jackson, that was another big one for me. And then getting into high school, funny enough, Juliana Masterilli, she fucking put me on. Fuck, I wish I can remember the name of the song. I don't remember the name of the song. She put me onto this rock song, and that shit was crazy to me, bro. Like I think I think it was like after I started listening to X, so I was like more, you know, receptive, you know, to other genres and shit. Fucking
man, what you knew the songs? I'm curious now. If it had that big of an impact.
Man,
it was like a classic rock.
It was a newer song.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I know the lyrics, so I could probably Google it when we're done.
If it's newer, I probably wouldn't even know it, to be honest. For the audience, I wouldn't know, though.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people don't fuck with this band or some shit. But then I just started, like, you know, getting into a lot of fucking...
Is it Nickelback?
No, it's not
okay,
Nickelback.
because you said don't fuck with this band. I was like, no one fucks with Nickelback.
No, it's not Nickelback.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've talked to somebody about the band before, and they did not... They were like, "Oh damn, you listen to them," type shit, and I was like, "Damn, what's wrong with these dudes?" Yeah. Fuck, man, I gotta remember the name of that song because I actually kind of wanna listen to it on the way home.
But like that was the song that kind of like
it was a good rock song, you know. So it got me listening to a lot of rock and shit. Like I started listening to like finding out like more like rock artists on my own and shit, like. Just branching off and shit, fucking, but I listen to a little bit of everything. I wouldn't say I listen to rock at all, really, like a lot. Well, not at all, but like I don't really listen to it a lot. If it comes on, I won't change it, but I'm not like, all right, let me put this on.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's still rap mainly,
yeah.
But like, you know, fucking, if there's an artist coming up, you know, that I see that I fuck with, or if I hear something that I fuck with, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna fuck with it.
Do you like when people cross genres or collab with other genres?
It depends on the person.
Do you like Joyner Lucas or his old music, not his new stuff?
I don't really fuck with Joyner Lucas.
Fair enough. I fucking hate that guy. I used to worship the ground he stood on, but now he's a bitch. But.
Yeah, I've never really fucked with him. Like, and then when he came out with like the fucking "I'm not a racist," bro, I'm like, bro. Like, can you shut the fuck up? Like, you're from Worcester, bro.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
yeah, his storytelling was fire with Ross Cappuccini or whatever the fuck it was, and then I'm sorry was crazy about the dual suicide story. But then it went downhill with that. I was like, you're just trying to make a statement now. Like at first, it sounded like you were sincere, and now you just it was a transition of
he got way too political, bro.
Yeah.
Like way too political. You feel me? Like. I've heard some Joyner Lucas songs that I fucked with. I really can't name any because
I can't name any.
I've never looked up a song of his, like, but I've heard of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking Joyner Lucas is like just another Logic to me. I mean,
Valid.
Logic was good at one point, and then the same shit. Like
I was never a Logic guy myself.
I liked his real early shit, like maybe like his first project.
Okay.
Like and the same shit with Chance the Rapper too. That
it makes West, I'm never gonna fail.
Yeah,
that's a tough bar. That didn't age too well.
Bar.
Yeah.
That's a tough bar, man.
I fucked with him
heavy, bro. Like
Acid Rap. Come on, bro.
10 Day.
Come on, yeah.
Probably one of my. I would still say 10 Days probably still one of my top 5 projects of all time. Just like, not even like just for the music itself, but like just for the whole concept, bro. Yeah. That motherfucker made that shit while he was on 10 Day in school suspension, bro. In the school studio that they had there. Like, that's just crazy to me, bro. I wish if we had a fucking studio at North, nigga,
Yeah.
I'd be on 10-day suspension
every day.
every fucking
Yeah.
every other week, bro. What the fuck? Oh man, there's a lot of schools that I've been seeing that have studios now, which is crazy. And I just remember, and I wish he followed up on his end of the deal, but Mr. Bose was gonna let us build a studio in his fucking thing, bro. But then he eventually, well, I wouldn't say he didn't end up hold up his end of his deal, because he ended up not working at North, but he was gonna let us build not a whole studio, but he was gonna let us build
like walk-in space.
he was gonna let us build a booth pretty much, and that's pretty much all we needed, bro.
Yeah.
Because I told him, if you let us build the booth, I will buy like the soundproofing shit.
Yep.
I'll buy everything else, bro. Like, just let us build the booth. I can bring my laptop whenever we want to use it.
Yeah.
Like, just let us, please.
You just need the space.
And Mr. Bose was honestly very, very supportive. Like, he did let us record a couple times in his office. Like, but man, I fucking love that guy, bro. Mr. Bose was a cool guy. I don't know if you ever had him.
I had one interaction with him one time, but I never had him as like a teacher.
He was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
When it came for like MCAS time and finals time and shit, he just gave us the book. He's like, here are the questions. These are the pages. Well. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the book. You feel me? Like, because he didn't like. And the thing with him is, like, people did listen to what the fuck he had to say because he was so cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the only motherfucker that I think people really respected when, you know, because a lot of teachers, if they let the kids do whatever they want, the motherfuckers aren't gonna like respect them. You feel me? Yeah. Like, they're just gonna do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. Mr. Bose had people in check. Like, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want when you come here. You can bump music when you come here, because that's what we did, bro. We fucking he on his speaker. Like, Mr. Bose brought the speaker. He would let us bump music. You know, y'all can swear, whatever, y'all can fucking do whatever the fuck you want, but when I'm trying to teach y'all something, y'all motherfuckers better listen. Yeah. And that's how it was. Fucking, we listened when he taught us something, or at least my class did. He listened when he.
That's why he dished out the respect on his end too, because you held up. You know, you guys held up to your end. Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
mutual type of shit.
And I felt so bad, bro, because I think it was my senior year. He comes up to me and he's like, "Yo, I need people to sign up for my class." He's like, "If nobody signs up, they're gonna remove the what was carpentry class." Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna try. I didn't even have an elective at the time, because I was doing like reduced classes. Like, I would do like 2 classes. Like, I would come for I think I would come for the last 2 periods. So like the last 2 periods after lunch, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Or no, I think I would come for.
Because lunch ended like noon.
No, so it depended. So I would only come for history, and I think history and math, I want to say. So we had history, math, science, English. And what else? Do we have anything else? Or is that it?
History, language. Was language mandatory though?
No, English.
No, I mean foreign language. Didn't we have to
yeah, Spanish. No, but you didn't have to take that.
Really? Why
you didn't have to take that
senior
year.
Shit then? Oh, yeah, senior year. Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't even think you had to take that junior year.
Stop. You're gonna hurt me if I start thinking I had to do that for no reason.
I'm thinking I had Miss Tenpao freshman year. Yeah. Then I had Miss Doyle sophomore year, and I don't remember having a Spanish teacher junior or senior year.
Maybe they were just like, "Yo, we're not gonna hurt this guy's feelings."
You could take it.
Coming back.
You could take it. There were people. I mean, you were probably in honor Spanish then.
Nope.
No,
not at all, bro. You know why I passed every year? Because I distract Tenpao by talking politics.
Miss Tenpao told me that me and Darajan were the only 2 students she ever fucked with in her entire time working there. She came to the graduation strictly for us. I don't know if she was telling the truth, but we asked her, we were like, "Are you going to the graduation?" She's like, "I usually don't, but I'm going for you guys." And I was like, "Why?" She was like, because I fuck with you guys. Well, she didn't say that, but she's like, I like you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. I love Miss Tempao. Yo, she messaged me on Facebook a couple months ago. Randomly. I wasn't expecting it, bro. That shit made me emotional, no funny shit, because that shit, I was just like, bro. Like, there was two teachers that I really fuck with heavy. And it was Miss Tempao and Miss Poulin, if you remember.
Who was it?
Miss Poulin.
Was that Casimiro?
Miss Casimiro.
Yeah, she changed her name. Yeah, okay, yeah.
They were real as fuck, bro. Like, I would tell that, like, shout out to them, because I would tell them a lot and they wouldn't snitch on me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I would tell them, like, when I was selling pills and shit, Miss Poulin caught me not caught me multiple times. She caught me once selling pills in her class. Well, not in her class, but I left the class to go sell pills.
Yeah.
And when I came back, she pulled me to the side and she was like, if you're going to do that shit in school, don't do it. Don't do it in my class. Damn, I hope no staff from North watches this. I don't want to get her in trouble.
Aliases. This is a fake story with aliases.
Allegedly.
This is fictional. We're writing a story.
Allegedly. Allegedly this happened. This might have been a dream. But and then Miss Tempa was always really supportive of, you know, anything I told her. She gave me really good advice. She even asked me one time to come to the school after I graduated to talk to her students, and tell them about how hard it really is being an adult, pretty much. Yeah. I didn't want to do it though. I don't know. I feel like I'm not the type of person to be really giving advice, you know.
I mean, I feel like everybody's got something they can chime in. You know?
I'm kind of like the person that, like, you want to show your kids if you want to tell them that college isn't an option. But I know that's really not what North tries to push, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what fucking trade schools were until after I graduated high school. I was like, so you mean to tell me that there's schools where I can go to for fucking a year to 2 years and make fucking $50,000-$60,000 like off the bat, bro? Yeah. Like, and you motherfuckers didn't tell me nothing, bro.
Opposed to being $200K in debt.
You feel me? 5 years. You mean to tell me you guys only told me that? Well, not told me, but made it seem like college or community college was the only fucking option. Yeah. Or going into the union or some shit like that. Or the military, bro. Yeah. Like, granted, I didn't go to trade school anyways, but like, man, if I would have known that, I didn't find that out until I met my girl. Yeah. Like, cause she went to dental school, which was like, I think like I want to say maybe like an 18-month program. Okay. So at 18, did 18 months for the program. She was still 18 when she graduated, because her birthday's in like October, I think. No, it is in October, but what? I think
she was 18 months, but she was 18 when she graduated.
Is it? Let me see.
I gotta check the.
Oh yeah, because she didn't turn. She wasn't 18 when she graduated. She was 17 when she graduated.
I'm sitting here like,
yeah. So she turned. Yeah. So she. So I
thought I had a stroke for a second.
Yeah, my fault. No,
you're good, bro. I thought I was hallucinating. I was like, what?
Nah. So fucking, cause she's late October. You know, like the cutoff is like somewhere in like September or some shit. So she was 18 when she graduated that program. She was already making like, I think like $19 an hour, like right off the bat. Yeah. Like at 18, making 19 and 20. She's 2 years older than me. So in 2016, making $19 an hour at 18 years old, that's crazy. Yeah. Now she makes like $29 an hour. So like almost 4 years later.
For 18 months.
Or let me see, 6 years later. Like, you know what I'm saying? 18 months of work. She's making almost $30 an hour.
Is she like what she's doing?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No. I mean, so originally she was a dental assistant. Okay. So she was like helping.
So is that like the nurse to the doctor type of thing?
Like they're the person like who's handing the doctor the tools.
Okay, bet. Yeah.
Who's like spraying your mouth with water and shit, like that person. And then eventually she like is managing one of the offices now. So like she works for a doctor that has 3 offices. Is Duxbury, Norwood, and Hingham. Okay. So she manages the Duxbury office now. Yeah, she makes good money, man. For like I said, 18 months of work, bro.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I know it wasn't more than a year and a half for sure. But shit, like the fact that was an option, you know, and I guess
the whole time.
The school she went to Brockton High. You know the stigma Brockton gets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to think that, a school like that is teaching their kids the right thing, and then Quincy is supposed to be like, a nicer area than Brockton, of course. They're not even teaching us that shit. You feel me?
It's a rat race of a game, bro.
It is, bro.
Listen, disclaimer, this is hypocrisy here, but like I'm not against college.
Oh.
I'm against an 18-year-old person enslaving themselves in $100,000 in debt.
I'm also against that. I think education should be free.
I agree.
Granted,
the money issue's hard, but I agree.
Granted, the people need to get paid, but you can operate a fucking college the same way you operate a fucking high school.
This is what I've always thought. I thought community college should be free at least. State, I've always gone back and forth, but like community, I've always been like absolutely.
I think universities can make enough money to where they can make them free. Honestly,
private institutions is the only issue though. That's where it gets tricky for me because it's like why doesn't Walmart give out free stuff then?
True, but you got to think about it. Think about all the external things that a university can make money from.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say think about fucking all the colleges that do like fundraisers for things.
Mm-hmm.
Think of all the fucking college games that they have. Think about all the concessions that they make. Think about all the school merch that gets sold.
Lemonade donations.
Donations, think about all that shit. You feel me?
It's valid.
Granted, there probably would be some things that you would have to sacrifice, but the things that you would have to sacrifice could potentially make an 18-year-old ready for the adult world.
Yeah.
You could, it's not really free housing, but it's included in the tuition. Instead of including it in the tuition, why don't you just have kids pay rent if they want to live on campus? That kind of teaches them to have responsibility. Pay things on time. You feel me? A couple of things. I think colleges can get away with making education free. At least. If you want to charge people for the housing, obviously that's understandable.
Yeah.
If you want to charge for the food, that's understandable.
The core
base, the education. Yeah. Like I said, if a high school can operate, and granted, college is obviously on a bigger scale, but if high schools all around the world can operate perfectly fine, so can a college. I mean, I don't really see what's the major difference, other than the size of people, but you don't really have to. Do you really have to pay a person more to talk louder?
Yeah.
in a room? Yeah.
You made a good point. You said
me?
if high schools can do it, so can colleges. That's my exact idea with community, at least, because it's like, absolutely.
At the very least, community colleges, because community colleges usually look like high schools anyways. At the very least,
you can still get a bachelor's degree from one of them. You can
feel me?
Stepping stone, whatever you need to do. Yeah.
It's just like you said, I don't really agree with, fucking being able to put a fucking kid in hundreds of $1,000s in debt, because it's stupid. Because if that same 18-year-old kid, granted some circumstances may be different based on how their parents, treated them, but that same 18-year-old kid most likely can't go to a bank and get a $200,000 business loan.
Yeah, I couldn't right now.
No.
So yeah, I absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I could get a $50,000.
But you're completely fine with giving them a $200,000 education. Loan, a student loan,
with no understanding of credit.
With no understanding of credit.
Yeah.
With no understanding of interest.
Yep.
They're going to be paying that off for the rest of their life.
But it's okay because you don't have to pay until after you graduate. That's the thing.
Unless they're really fucking lucky and they strike one of the top positions in, whatever field they're looking in, they're going to be paying that shit off for the rest of their fucking life.
Yep.
Like, this is like, I mean, kind of related, but fucking, I don't know if you know who that dude DDG is. That YouTuber, bro. I remember back when he was doing he's more of a rapper now. Okay. He doesn't really make a lot of YouTube. I don't know. I don't really watch him anymore. But fucking, I remember made a video like when he first started like blowing up and shit, like of him paying his college loans off, and I think it was something like $100,000, and he showed the amount that he had paid already. So I think the original loan was like 125,000 or so. Let's just say that.
Yeah. He
showed the amount he had already paid. The amount was something like 80,000, right? The amount he had left because of the interest rate was still like 90K, bro.
Yeah, man.
And I'm just like, yo, that's fucking insane, bro. Yeah. That's insane, bro. And like, God, I would never want to be in a position like that. I get why people do it, but like, fuck, man.
Yeah, as we're doing this, my soul's falling apart. It's a good time as any to say it. I'm going back to school in the fall. It's the plan right now. I know. It's I've deeply thought about this. You don't gotta tell me twice. It's gonna be interesting.
But luckily, we live in a state where, they're very generous with a lot of, grants and shit like that. Like, I have a friend that goes to college, and, like, I think, like, monthly, like, this dude gets, like, at, like, minimum, like, $1,000, like, deposited into his account. Mm-hmm. Like, it's some grant that he has, but sometimes it's more. Sometimes it's been, like, $2,500, $3K, you know what I'm saying?
I guess that's an upside of a very liberal state type of thing,
Yeah, you feel me?
Generous with the spending like that, I guess.
I mean, as a college student, shit. I mean, that dude still has, like, all his fucking unemployment money still saved. So, like, that dude's fucking loaded, bro. But, yeah, he's a good kid. Fucking, he goes to Boston University. Fucking, man, living on campus, too. Shit. I don't know. I don't think I could, part of me, after I left high school and I saw people, living on campus and what living on campus was like, part of me was like, bro, I don't want all these motherfuckers in my space, bro. Yeah. Like, so close to me. Like, motherfuckers can literally just come up to your room, open your door or some shit, or like always knowing where you are, having no privacy. Yep. You got to fucking shower.
Beds on top
shit
of each
in a fucking public, bathroom. Yeah. And then part of me is like, shit actually kind of looks lit a little bit. You feel me? Yeah. Like, it kind of would be lit. Like, yo, you trying to chill, bro? Yo, come to my dorm. Type shit. Yeah. You feel me? Like, that part kind of looks lit. But for the most part, like, I don't think I could ever dorm, bro.
I absolutely couldn't. Because as much as I can talk and I love hanging out with people and talking, have an idea, I'm like, it's like people would be like,
it's like when I want my space, I want my space.
Absolutely.
Like, my cousin came over the house, my crib the other day, and like, he was there for a couple of hours, and like, I didn't want to be rude and be like, yo, it's time to get the fuck out. At some point I was like, yo, bro, I might have to kick you out, bro, because I'm trying to smoke my blunt and go to bed. You feel me? Like, but like, and I love having my own space. That's one of, as an adult, one of the most rewarding things you can have is being able to get off of work, drive home, and just know you're in your own spot, bro. Yeah. Like, nobody, if you want to smoke a fucking blunt butt naked in the living room, like, you can, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Not saying I do that, but fucking, if I want to, I could, like, nobody's there to tell me that I can't, you feel me? If I want to fucking invite fucking the Patriots over, fucking, you know what I'm saying? If I knew them, I could do that. You feel me? If I want to fucking throw a party, I can do that. If I want to fucking burn that bitch down, maybe not that.
Man, what might be upset about that one?
Maybe not that, but if I can do whatever the fuck.
The option's still there.
You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever the fuck I want in my house, and I don't have to worry about bothering
Yeah.
anybody. Like I don't. Oh, I gotta keep it down because this person's sleeping. Or damn, I don't want to go into the kitchen at this time because I don't want to fucking Or shit, should I eat this because this might be this person's food? Or you feel me? Like it's just all this shit's mine. I know this is mine. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Nobody's gonna tell me no. Like, it's just me, myself.
Yeah, that's part of it with the dormant shit. I wouldn't want to be, like, just sitting in my room doing my thing, be my introverted self, and have someone being like, yo, we're going. I'm like, no, like, I'm not. And then have to deal with that, and, like, oh, you ate that? Okay, well, my shit's gone now. Yeah. And it's like, no, fuck off.
And that's one thing about me, too, is, like, I'm a smoker, bro.
Yeah.
I don't drink. I smoke, bro.
I quit the booze, so I feel you.
Oh, I feel you. Hey, shout out. Good shit, bro.
One time and since November.
I be telling motherfuckers that's just poison, bro. So I give props to you.
Poison for the soul more than anything, bro. It fucks up the consciousness.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, I'm a smoker, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I've never liked smoking outside, bro. I've never liked, with me, bro. I'm the type of person, like, I use smoking as a way to relax, bro. Unwind, you feel me? I don't want to fucking sit on the balcony in the winter to smoke my blunt, you feel me? Like, if I want to sit on my couch, throw on my PS5, bro, fucking play a game and smoke a blunt, bro, I can do that, you feel me? Like, it's so rewarding, bro. Like, it's a feeling that, like, you can't explain until, like, you really experience it, feel me? Like, the moment you walk into your apartment for the first time, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything's empty, bro. You start looking around like, I want to put this here, I want to put that here. Like, there's nothing like that, bro.
You think part of that stems from the background, from, like... I'm not prying into your stuff, but you mentioned briefly some of the situations in the past growing up.
For sure. That's one thing about me too, is like I have a tendency, and this is one of the things I don't know why I didn't think of when I was talking about childhood trauma, is I'm an impulse buyer. If I want something, I need to have it, because like as a kid, like I couldn't have everything I wanted. You feel me? Like, I was late to a lot of shit. You feel me? I didn't get an Xbox One until 2 years after it came out. You feel me? Like, I couldn't have everything the moment it came out, like a lot of people did. I couldn't have all the Jordans that came out as soon as they did. You know what I'm saying? The Jordans were a thing that I could never have because I couldn't get them when they came out. You feel me?
I didn't get Jordans till I was fucking sophomore when I bought them myself.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Until I started buying them myself, really, is when I really started getting them. So like as an adult now, and even more now that I have my own spot, I'm buying pointless shit. You feel me? Not always pointless. Like usually it has a purpose, but it's like if I want it, I'ma have it, bro. Yeah. Like, oh fucking, there's a crystal or fucking Buddha ashtray.
I was like, bro, you're talking about push. I bought a Buddha statue for the table.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to buy it, bro, because I want it. It looks cool. You feel me? Yeah. Oh, this fucking big-ass couch. I'm going to buy it. Cool. I want to be comfortable. Yeah. Oh, this nice-ass gaming chair. Oh, I'm going to buy it. I don't give a fuck how much it costs. I'm going to just buy it because I want it. You feel me? Like, that's the type of person I am. And it's like, it hurts my bank account, obviously. Yeah. But, it's like, forgot how to word it. My girl always says it. It's like pretty much making yourself happy. In simple terms, pretty much making yourself happy. So that's how I cope with a lot of shit. Cause I wasn't really like traumatized really as a kid. Like I didn't really get beat or anything like that. Like I didn't really have it rough like a lot of kids did. Only thing, obviously, I was separated from my mother at a young age, but it wasn't like I never saw her. Like it wasn't like she was in jail or like on crack or anything like that. My mother's always been sober, but
it was like passive situations.
It was like passive situations, like and it's funny because I always listen to this fucking I forgot exactly which stand up it is from Dave Chappelle, where he's talking about like where he grew up and shit, and he's like, he's like, the common misconception with me is that a lot of people think I grew up in the hood, which is false. He's like my parents did well enough so I can grow up poor around white people. And I'm like, yo, that's literally exactly how I felt, bro. Because after I moved out of Boston, it was like, okay, like in Boston, like you don't really feel that out of the ordinary because everybody's broke. You feel me? Like, and in Quincy, I remember bawling my eyes out on the first day I walked into fucking Squantum, bro. 5th grade, nigga.
Walking in Marina Bay, it's like, fuck.
Yo, it's like, I had not. See, the thing is, like, white, genuinely, and I'm not even trying to be like racist or like fucked up, bro. But like at that age, white people scared me, bro. Like,
what was it about it?
I grew up in Boston. Okay. There was probably one white person in like my school, bro. Yeah. Like, well, not, I wouldn't say in my whole school, but like in like my classes, bro. Like people that I grew up with, like that were in my school, I probably had, I want to say like a total of maybe like 3 or 4 white people in from 1st to 4th grade before I moved to Quincy.
You know what's crazy?
Huh?
Probably the same for me.
Probably the same for you. Like, in North, I was like one of like maybe 10 colored people. Yeah. There weren't a lot of colored people in North.
So at Parker, it was primarily Asian, Parker Elementary growing up. So for elementary in particular, it was like a handful of like, white people, but like, it's weird. So like, what are the, it was more of like an unknown thing.
It was kind of like an unknown thing. It was like, I remember I used to clown my older cousin. So I had a cousin that moved to Quincy before I did. Okay. Her name was Leilani. And I used to clown her. She was already living in Quincy for a few years. And I used to clown her because I was like, yo, listen, I remember telling my grandmother specifically, I was like, I don't want to move to Quincy because I don't want to end up like Leilani. Like, because now she sounds all white and shit.
Yeah. Product of the environment type of thing.
It was more my environment. So, I moved out here. My first day, I just remember seeing all these white people. And that genuinely scared me, bro. Like, I felt like I was in, like a police station or some shit. You feel me? Because, like, growing up, like, you're, at least where I grew up, like, you're not meant, you're not, raised to, like, look at white people like the same as you. Like the white boys would get clowned, like where I grew up. Like, oh, look at that little white boy, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it was. So I remember, like I said, walking into Squantum School on my first day, and I was just scared, bro. I couldn't even tell you why, like realistically. Like I just remember being scared, bro, and just fucking crying. It's
probably just the unknown, you not knowing what to expect.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go home, but obviously I couldn't go home. I just had to fucking thug it out. I remember the first nigga to talk to me fucking was Max Storch, if you know who that is. Yeah. I haven't seen that kid in fucking years, but he was mad cool, fucking. And then I got real cool with a lot of the kids, and then I didn't realize it at the time, but now looking back on it, like, I quickly realized that, like, these motherfuckers are just regular people.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You feel me? Like I'm all like walking into this situation like thinking like I'm like with some creatures or some shit. Yeah. And that goes the same for vice versa. A lot of white people feel the same about a lot of colored people. So like that's why I don't really like. As weird as it sounds, like I don't really have a lot of hatred for a lot of racist people. Mm-hmm. I've had one racist encounter in my life, and I spit in his face. But fucking, like, I understand, I guess, because I kind of came from the same situation. Like, granted, I was never, like, raised to, like, call white people out of their name or, like, hurt white people or, like, hate white people. But it was, like, just like subtle shit, but like I never really understood. Like I said, like they would clown the white boys, you feel me? Like, but it wasn't like, oh, if you see a white boy, you go get him type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that, bro. Fucking. So I have an understanding with a lot of racists in that standpoint, but the one racist encounter I did have, I don't know if you remember when they were redoing Wollaston Station.
At the train station?
Yeah. Okay. So to get to Quincy Center, you had to take the fucking
the shuttle bus thing.
The shuttle bus.
Yeah.
So I'm on the shuttle bus, with Nairi, if you know Nairi.
He had X hair, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah, I had a nickname for him. Whatever. Yeah, he was a good dude.
Probably, yeah, he was cool. I love that dude. That's my brother, bro.
You still talk to him?
Yeah.
Oh, tell him I said what's up, bro.
I will.
He was a couple years younger than us, right?
Yeah, he's like a year or 2 years.
He had the dreads.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's funny. I forgot about him until you said that. All right, go on. Sorry.
Fucking,
good dude, man.
Yeah, so we're on the bus, and this motherfucker, I forgot exactly what he was saying, bro. He was like, he started saying randomly, like, long live Michael Jackson. Long live Michael Jackson. Ha, ha, ha. Long live Michael Jackson. So we're like, what the fuck? It's probably just another fucking junkie, bro. We're in Quincy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's the most reasonable answer
you feel me?
Think of.
So we're like looking at him. He's like sitting behind us, and this motherfucker pulls out a comb from his pocket, and he waves it in Naire's face. And obviously Naire being, black dude with fucking dreads. Right. He waves it in his face, and he goes, I bet you can't use one of these. Ha, 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 ha. So I get up, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck did you just say? And he goes, shut the fuck up, Osama, to me. And I'm not gonna lie, I do look a little Middle Eastern and shit, but fucking.
I got a weird beard. I'm not really, I wasn't ready one. I'm like an Irish Osama, if anything.
He's like, yeah,
bomb me with potatoes or something.
He's like, shut the fuck up, Osama, right? Yeah. So as soon as he says that, fucking Naire cocks him back, spits right in his face, bro. Like literally, like right, like right in between his eyes, bro. Fucking, it was so funny because as soon as he felt the spit hit his face, he like froze, and then he took his phone out and he was like, let's see what the police have to think about this. And I'm just like, go get the fucking police then, bro, right? So the bus driver realizes there's something going on, so he stops the bus, and the dude goes, yeah, I need a bus driver. The dude starts walking, stops the bus, right? And then the dude that Naire spit on, he was like, oh, this is how you guys treat a Navy veteran? We're like, bro, we do not give a fuck, bro. Yeah. And then as soon as the bus driver starts walking towards the back of the bus and the dude realizes that he's black, this nigga doesn't even say anything.
The bus driver was?
The bus driver was black. He just gets right off the bus. He's like, this dude ain't going to side
I'm outnumbered.
He's like, literally, I'm outnumbered here, bro.
How was it just a random ass older guy?
Random. Like we didn't antagonize this dude.
Oh, like not high school type of thing, I'm saying.
No. He was probably like in his 40s, maybe.
See, that is just... Yeah. I don't know. Obviously, the whole situation is ridiculous, but the fact that, the detail of an older fucking man saying this to high school kids is just like... It adds more credence to how low life of a situation it is. And
no, of course.
It's brutal.
Of course.
That's
insane, man.
That's the only experience you've ever had like that, though?
Only experience. Yeah. Only experience.
That's good. That's
thankfully no racists or anything like that have come to attack me. Surprise. Quincy is a pretty racist, pretty racist city, if I'd have to say so myself.
I've had some interactions.
Actually, I've had one other interaction, but it really wasn't even a racist. I wouldn't even say antagonizing me. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say who it is because you honestly probably know who it is. It's some housing that kids, right? And I remember it was me, Sean. We were going to hang out with this other kid. I'm pretty sure that kid's from House Neck. I don't know where he's from. He might be from Quincy. We're going to hang out with his friends. So we go to hang out with his friends. And this was after the fair. Remember that fair, the House Neck fair?
Okay, yeah.
So we go hang out at this basketball court. And it's dark, mad dark, right? In the trail that we're walking in, right? So when I'm walking in, the dude goes, is that a... I'm not going to say it, but he goes, is that a hard R? And I just paused. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, are you a hard R? And I'm like, no. He's like, well, you look like one. And I'm like, okay, bro. He's like, you don't sound like one, though. So you're good. I was a freshman, right? Now, these dudes were way older than me. Like they were probably like 19. No funny shit. And I was with Sean, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what really am I gonna do? You feel me?
Love Sean. He's not a fighter though.
Oh, Sean's not a fighter.
Love him.
This dude left me to die like twice, bro. And Sammy too. Sammy, if you're watching this, you're still a bitch for that, bro. Fucking Sammy almost let us get stabbed. Sammy and Sean almost let me, Jeff, and I forgot who the fuck else was with us. He almost let us get stabbed by fucking a crackhead, bro. Jesus. Cause Jeff had a car or a scooter had cut off a car, right? Okay. We were in front of the McDonald's.
Like electric scooter type of thing.
No, just a moped.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Fucking. So Jeff yells out, "You fucking asshole!" We're in front of the North Quincy McDonald's, right? And there's a car. This dude had to be on drugs. He thought we were talking to him, bro, right? So he rolls down the passenger windows and he's like, "What the fuck did you say? I'll fucking stab the fuck out of you." And Jeff's like, we're all like, nah, we weren't talking to you, bro. But he's not hearing it, bro. And you can tell the driver was like trying to get him to shut up because he was closing the window on him, right? So the motherfucker, it's like standstill traffic, bro. The motherfucker gets out, bro. And he's like, "You want to fucking tell people to fuck off? You want to tell people fuck you?" He's like, "I'll put a fucking hole in every one of you right now." Right? So he starts reaching towards his back, right? And I'm thinking, if you say you're going to put a hole in somebody, like that, automatically I'm thinking it's a gun, bro. You know, not a knife, bro. So he pulled out a fucking knife, bro, and starts stabbing like the A-frame sign that's out in front of the driving school, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like the sign, bro.
What the fuck?
I turn around, bro. Sammy and fucking Sean are like about to like walk into the station, bro. And we're like, we start running. Like, all of us are running. We're like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Yeah. He's like, no funny shit. They were like, no funny shit. As soon as he got out the car, we ran. We're like, fuck, bro. And then on Halloween, I think 2016 or 2015, I think you might have been there. This is when everybody was at Johanna's house and shit. Fucking, and I think somebody was like, "Yo, they're taking pictures of us from the other house," and everybody ran off her porch and shit. Some shit like that. I don't know, but we weren't supposed to be there. Like people were like smoking weed on her porch and shit, drinking on her porch.
This is in Squantum too, right?
Squantum, yeah.
Not a good.
And I guess I don't want to say who it was, but somebody else that's my color, whose name starts with the same letter mine does. Okay. Knocked some dudes out. In the park early in the night, like two of them. He knocked both of them out. You know how big that dude is, bro. Knocked both of them out. So I guess they came back looking for him, right? But he wasn't with us, bro. They were just looking. They just kept saying, "Where's that brown dude? Where's that brown dude?" And I was the only fucking other brown dude there, bro. Dude, same shit. I turn around. We're like, you know how Joanna's house is kind of like on a hill a little bit? Bro, I turn around, bro. Sean's like almost down the hill, bro. And I'm fat, bro.
Oh, so you guys dipped from the whole house?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is after we had dipped from the house. Like when somebody said there was somebody on the thing, right? We had dipped. And we were all making our way back up there. So there was mad of us walking up that hill. And then those guys came up, started tripping, bro. Me and Sean were in the back of the line, though. Like, we were all, like, walking on the line pretty much. Fucking, yeah, bro. Fucking, as soon as that dude starts tripping, talking about, "Where's the brown dude?" I'm like, bro, the rap. Oh, shit. Fuck, I didn't mean to say that.
What? Who said what?
I'm like, fucking, I'm like, this dude's not here, bro. So I'm like, they're going to press me next. Thank God I'm in the back of the line, bro. So I turn around to be like, "Yo, Sean, we got to go." I turn around, this motherfucker.
Dude's already out.
Because that's the thing. He was the only one with a knife at the time. Both times, bro. In front of the McDonald's and at the fucking Halloween shit, bro. Only motherfucker with a knife, bro. And I turn around, this motherfucker left me.
Fuck, man. That's that fight or flight right there.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, hearing that, like, obviously I'm a fucking white dude, so like I hear shit from like the perspective of like third party. I've never directly been involved with that.
Yeah.
I've never had like a person of the race even like kind of confront me like pressing me about it. So hearing shit like that and like obviously the city, it's like it's not eye opening because I understand this happens everywhere, but it's like fuck, man.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like well, it's really still,
It's like, there's always somebody that's gonna have, that belief. Racism will never end, in my opinion. You feel me? Like, it's nothing you really can ever end.
Yeah, it's just
regardless of what you try to do, there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna do something to something or another person, and they're gonna hate that group of people for it. You feel me? Like.
It's
There's
so many other things that hatred's bad in general. I'm not promoting hatred, but there's so many other things to lash on about aside from fucking skin pigmentation.
You feel me?
Or geological location of ancestors. That's really what it is.
But
it's just
like,
geological where your fucking ancestors were
It's
from.
just like humans have like a tendency to do that with everything though. Like think about it. Like a dude gets their heart broken for a long fucking time. Fuck women. Fuck bitches, bro. Same shit with women. Girl gets her heart broken. Fuck dudes.
All guys
are
scumbags.
Oh yeah, you feel me? Like humans just have a tendency to like hate something that does them harm, I guess.
Yeah.
Granted, not all racism stems from that, but my point is, even if you get rid of all racism, there's always gonna be a black person that's gonna do something to a white person. There's always gonna be a white person that does something to a black person. And with every race, you feel me? And there's always going to be some hatred somewhere for a group of people. It's nothing you can get rid of, you feel me?
Obviously it's like a systemic thing that's kind of just embedded in society, but my conspiratorial mind kind of navigates to the fact of like, I wonder if it's kind of not a plan, but it's like a organized thing to kind of keep this onset, the divide of the people. Because, if you can divide, and again, this is obviously conspiratorial. I'm not speaking for you, or just for people listening. This is just kind of how I think part of it plays out. Is it's easier when people are always fighting and hating, team mentality, whether it be the Lakers or the Celtics, whether it be black or white, whether it be fucking athletic or fat.
It's easy. Something. Yeah, it's easier when you have a side to choose rather than to make your own.
Absolutely. It's easier to have a it's easier to blindly follow something than have an original personality full and full. It's very
and that's
easy.
why a lot of people, probably even myself and maybe even you, a lot of people are followers of some sort.
Yeah.
It's very, very
For me,
rare.
It's Scientology.
It's
not, but it could be.
I hope not. Shit. Fucking, everybody follows something, and that's why it's very, very rare you see a person who's so self-aware of their decisions and every move is tactical and every decision is tactical, you feel me?
I think this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Typically, when you find someone like that, it's due to the fact of them dealing with so much shit for so long that they have nothing left to do but actually just think, you know?
Yep.
It's a slippery slope because, the man who has nothing but thoughts has nothing to think about but thoughts. Like, it's a real, kind of ridiculous expression, but it's very true. If all you do is think, you get stuck in that loop. But if you can break the loop of overthinking and really get down to what you believe as a human, it's a beautiful fucking awakening, man. It really is. Religion promises it. Everything promises it. But it's up to the individual.
That's very true. That's another thing about, us having conversations recently about, religion too. I'm not, I believe in the higher power, but I don't really like to say I'm any typical religion. I don't believe in the Bible. You feel me?
I don't either, personally.
I believe, there is a higher power, whether that be God or Allah or fucking anybody, there is some sort of higher power. I do believe that, but the reason I don't believe in the Bible is just how the fuck can you tell me that the Bible is the right thing to do when there's two interpretations of the Bible? There's the Old Testament and the New Testament, and there's things in both of them that contradict each other.
Yep.
You can't tell me that this shit is fucking real, bro.
It's the word of God written by man at the same time. And it's how does that work?
Yeah, exactly.
I had a 3.5 hour conversation with an atheist 2 weeks ago for the podcast, and it was a good conversation. I like having just friends on and shooting the shit, but I always like having some serious type of things, and this one was fucking bizarre because it was I'm not an atheist. I have been atheist, but I'm not a practitioner of it now. I'm pretty like just I have my own belief system, not like an organized thing. But I'm a big believer in a higher power, but mainly like our own higher power in ourselves.
Yeah.
I think we're manifestations of said power.
Yeah.
But like you hear an atheist talk about it, and it's like it's almost like fatalistic and nihilistic in a sense. It's like not all of them, but a lot of them have like the dread of it. They're like, it's not real. But then it's like, that's it. So nothing matters in a sense. And it's like, that scares me, man.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Scares me.
You know, I don't believe any story in the Bible is real. And my mother, she'd kill me if she'd hear me saying this because she's fucking very religious. But I don't believe in any story of the Bible, you know. I don't believe... God sent us.
Sorry about the background.
No, you're good. I don't believe God, and that's whether people again choose to believe in God or Allah or Satan or whatever higher power. I just pray to the higher power, whoever that is. I don't.
You personally do?
Well, I don't really pray at all.
No, okay.
I'm saying like if I was to pray,
which
I do sometimes, I don't know who the higher power is.
It's just a broad.
It's just a broad term.
Out there to the
higher power.
Thing,
you know, it's it can be interpreted many ways. I just don't think that any higher power put us on this earth to do anything a specific way, which is the reason why everyone is so different. Everyone, one thing I do believe is that. It's hard to explain, but I do believe like humans kind of have like classes. Okay. Like, if you ever noticed, like, have you ever seen like two people that act exactly the same? Like they do like the exact same things. Like they talk the same. They may do like the same actions. I truly believe like humans have like classes. Like there's certain types of humans. I feel like each human falls under like a certain like number of categories. Like you may be under a certain class. There may be a certain amount of people that fucking act exactly like you. Not like personality wise, but like may walk the way you walk, or they may
same mannerisms when I speak.
Mannerisms, you know what I'm saying? Or have the same tendencies that you may have. But I feel like for the most part we're very broad as a species. Like I said, I do feel like there's certain types, like just how like there's fat people, skinny people, strong people, weak people. I do think there are deeper types, but like I said, for the most part we're general, we're broad, fucking we're different. Everybody's different, and we're not put on this earth to follow the same pattern, or we're not all meant to follow one pattern that is said to be right. We're meant to create our own paths, I believe.
Yes.
And like you say, we're manifestations of our own power. I do think the human mind is one of the most powerful things in the world. I do believe in manifestation.
You've experienced with it yourself?
Not personally, but I do believe in a lot of spirituality shit. Like
that's where I'm kind of.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know for a fact, spirit, like beyond like besides spirits, like physical spirits do exist. I have had encounters with an actual spirit before, but like just like I said, I believe in like the whole third eye shit. You feel me? Like manifestation, all that shit. I like psychedelics. I like tapping into like my deeper self. You feel me? It's just the world's a crazy place, man.
So what was the you don't have to get into details if you don't want. What was the experience with the was it a paranormal type of thing?
Yeah. So this is another thing.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause this real quick. Hold on, folks.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
All right.
All the audience knows that if they watch this, there's always one pause. So it's what it is. All right, paranormal. Please spit it because it's my favorite fucking topic on earth.
All right, so it was in my grandmother's house. It's in South End, Boston. Now this is the house I kind of grew up in. I don't know if they live there exactly when I was born, but I know I was there from a very, very young age, like
Okay.
2 years old. That house always gave me like creepy vibes. You feel me? When I would be alone, like, and I was never really a kid to like, feel creeped out when he was alone. But that house always gave me creepy vibes whenever I was alone. So I'll never forget. And I know it wasn't sleep, not
Paralysis.
sleep apnea, sleep paralysis, because I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah.
I thought it was for a long time. That's what I told myself to like believe it wasn't real, but I was
Chalk
not.
it off as a rational.
I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't sleeping. I was at my grandmother's house, and this is another thing I put in my daughter's life. I'll never forget this. Every time I talk about it, it gives me goosebumps. I remember laying down, though, and that's why I told myself I was sleeping, because I don't really remember a lot before this happened, but I just remember laying down, and I look up, and oh my God, here come the goosebumps, bro. It's like I can feel this nigga right here next to me, bro. I just remember looking up, and I just see a little boy, just like a little boy, like just standing there. And I was shocked. Like, I couldn't, like, bro, I want you to just, you probably can't.
I can see the goosebumps, but more important, I can see the emotion in the eyes.
Yo,
I've
bro.
had experiences. I get it.
You can see my eyes watering up right now,
I get
bro,
it.
right?
For anyone listening, if my word means anything, this is validated from his physical reaction to this.
Fucking, and I just could not move.
Yeah.
Couldn't move. I just looked dead in his eyes. I couldn't move. Like, I had so many thoughts in my head, but I couldn't speak. I didn't say anything. Like, I wanted to be like, who are you? Like, why are you here? You feel me? But I couldn't, bro. And I just remember him walking towards me, like walking slowly towards me, like he was scared of me. And yo, bro, I remember being so fucking scared, bro, but I couldn't move, bro. I couldn't move. And then he just walks, like, literally through me, bro. And then he was gone. And then as soon as he walked through me and I couldn't see him, it's like I gained full control of my body again. And that was the scariest moment of my life, bro. So fucking scary, bro. And I know that shit was not a dream, bro. I know it wasn't a dream. I know it wasn't sleep paralysis, bro. I wasn't sleeping, bro. I was not sleeping.
Now, you didn't see like a figure. You saw like a person. Like it wasn't like a shadow.
I honestly, I can't even make out. I couldn't tell you what he looked like. I just remember seeing a little boy. Yeah. Like a kid.
What I'm saying, it wasn't like a darkness.
No. It was like a person.
Yeah.
Like a kid. Like if, like, let's say if I would have saw you, it was like you were like you were right there, bro. Like, I didn't think it was a ghost. I mean, part of me knew it was a ghost because I knew there wasn't a fucking little kid here.
Someone doesn't just appear. So
I'm by myself. I know there's not a little kid. I didn't hear no doors open. I didn't hear no doors shut. I didn't hear no windows break. I know there's not a little kid.
You're not coming out of a sleep. You're just sitting there. So it's like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck.
That's the only experience you had with that thing, though? That
only experience, bro.
Did you tell your grandmother about it?
I never told anybody. Well, I told a couple people, but nobody from my family.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What do you think it was to this day? What do you think the... Did you, like, think about it or not really? You try to kind of just blow it off?
I never really thought about it. I kind of just think, my assumption is, obviously, once upon a time, every pretty much plot of land we're on was, could have been sacred land at one point, or, somebody passed away at pretty much every point of the world at some point. I just think it was a trapped soul that never, found peace with the way it died or with whatever happened. And it was just stuck. It got a house built over it. And it was just stuck there pretty much. I never saw it again. So I don't know what happened.
I think about that a lot. Every plot of land you step on, there's a good chance there's someone has passed away in that exact round, pretty much everywhere. So it's
like, bro, you know, I see. I'm glad you were able to, like, you know, verify. You could see my eyes.
Listen,
and shit,
man, I've had a lot of
and my
experiences.
goosebumps,
I know
bro.
what's legitimate based on reaction. You
It's
can tell.
like-
You can tell.
I'm not an emotional dude. You feel me? Like, but that was most scared I've ever been in my life, bro.
No, I saw it as the true fear. You know, when you built it up, I was looking at the eyes and it started build up. I was like, oh yeah.
It's like, bro, man, it's just crazy, man.
Did you like feel emotion from like that didn't seem to be yours in the moment? Because I know you couldn't really move. Did you like notice any like change of
I
personality?
remember after I gained control of my body, I wasn't as scared.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, like, what the fuck? Like, I just remember being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
Like a
confused, confused, but like, yeah, like mainly confused. Like, like, was that real? Yeah. Like, or am I tripping, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a hard thing to fucking think about and tell people.
Because you're told ghosts aren't real. Yeah. You feel me? And like you said, it's hard to tell somebody that I just saw a fucking ghost, bro. Yeah. After that, I always believe anybody that says they've seen a ghost. Yeah. You know, they are 100% real.
This house is haunted as fuck. That's why I find it so interesting. I grew up in this, but it's fucking. This is it.
For real?
Oh, I'm very much.
Oh, damn.
Very much. First thing I ever remember seeing, I saw a grown ass man in a suit and a hat, standing. I'm not joking. Where that recliner chair is. This back wall wasn't there. This was all open. It was just the stairs and an opening. I was in that room. I was sleeping down here at one point because I had to move down here for whatever reason. Sleeping here, I turn over. I open my eyes. This was my mom's room at the time. I must have been 4. I walk in, and there's just a man, like, standing, his back face to me. And I'm like, what? Like, what? I could move. I could, like, do that, but I didn't want to. I wanted to, like, see what was happening. I don't know why. I always think about it, like, why didn't I just freak out instantly? He turns around. And, like, not like slow, but he was just like that. And I was like, what the fuck? And I freak out, screaming. And he just stares at me, bro. And, like, I don't think there's anything evil in my house, because, like, I'm like, I hate when people say this shit. I'm pretty intuitive when it comes to shit like that. Like, I can, like, again, this is going to sound like, oh, okay, this guy's a hippie. I can, like, feel people's emotions sometimes. Like, I can feel environments. I kind of pick up on shit, especially, like, ghosts and shit. Yeah. Like, that's why I asked you if you felt anything. Because anytime I ever have experiences, I always feel stuff. Mm-hmm. But this, I felt fucking, like, I was going to die. Like, I felt like, okay, I'm 4 years old and I'm dead. Like, this is it. This is how I'm going to die. So I just run upstairs and tell my mom. And, you know, I'm, like, expecting her to be like, stop. She's like, okay, show me where. And then they just broke the news. Like, yeah, there's ghosts here. And there's a little girl. There's an old man. The little girl, you know, Joe Condon? Me and Joe came home from school one day. We came here in, like, middle school. And we walk in around the second floor. We walk in the kitchen. In the hallway, there's someone standing there. And we're just like, what the fuck? Like, instantly freaking out. It's just a little girl in a dark purple and black dress with black hair just staring at us, and we just leave the door open and everything. We just run. I have Jeffrey, Devin. I've had like 8 or 9 people see physical things with and without me. Everyone in my family seen stuff. I've heard voices of people from my family who aren't here. Yeah, my grandmother. It's usually my grandmother. I've heard it 3 times, maybe 2. One of them was like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I heard my grandmother like yell "Mare," which is my mom's nickname. Mm-hmm. My grandmother was dead asleep. She's in a nap. I wake her up. I'm like, yo, you just eat. She's like, what? She's like, I'm like,
oh, she's still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. And oh yeah, dude.
Oh, what?
It's not. No, yeah. Something physically. And again, I don't give a fuck how this sounds. So this is just conversation. Something physically is able to manifest or mock the voice of a loved one in this house. Yeah. Now, whether it's a residual energy of physical consciousness of a living being portraying it out, maybe. That's not what I get, because, I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard a voice of someone you know that wasn't them. It's more eerie than seeing something. I'll tell you that. Oh, yeah. There's something about that, like in my stomach,
shit will
that
trip
makes you want
out.
to puke.
That shit will
Yeah.
trip you out. Like, seeing things will make you physically scared.
Yeah.
But hearing shit will really make you feel insane.
Because there's
bro.
nothing you can do to chalk that up.
There's nothing, because you can't verify
No,
it. You can't be like, okay, yes, I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
this, or no, I didn't see this. It's like, is it just in my head?
Yeah.
Because, like, you can, bro. That's
that.
giving,
You see that?
bro, look at this, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
this is real shit. Yeah. It's
man.
Yeah, I've never had bad stuff happen here. I've had a bad thing happen externally from here, but it was my own doing, I guess.
What did you do?
I don't know if, again, this kind of delves into Christianity, but like it's weird because I don't believe in Christianity, but certain aspects of it I have to think that some of it's kind of stemming from something.
Yeah.
Basically, I was very depressed isn't a good word. I was basically just a walking corpse because I wanted to die that bad. I can't. It was just very bad. So at one point, I reached out and I disavowed myself from God, from any positive being. I said, I don't care anymore. You've done nothing for me. And so I openly begged and begged and begged and begged and begged for any entity, any force, anything. There's literally anything. I literally said, I don't care what your intentions are. Please just make this pain go away. I started delving into like not like dark stuff, but like I used like spirit boards alone and stuff, and like I made my own and stuff. Whatever people's opinions of them are, I can tell you mine. I had weird stuff happen. And then I started having like a psychosis type episode where I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And again, this is gonna maybe sound crazy. I was basically having mood changes where it was like my mood would fluctuate from depressed to numb to happy to euphoric to numbed probably 20 times a day. Usually when you have bipolar, it happens a couple months, every couple months. Yeah. If you have rapid cycling, it happens every couple weeks. Yeah. This was every day for 25 times a day for about a year. I was hearing like very like, not like a schizophrenic thing, but I was hearing weird stuff. Very weird stuff. I was like always freaking out. I saw something one time that I can't begin to describe in a reflection of a window in my house. So the only thing I can say, it was like a goblin looking thing, and I can see it in my head right now, and I don't get nightmares. I don't stay up at night, but if there's anything that comes close to it, it's that. Basically, yeah, man. Basically, I was just being driven in a psychological spin of just craziness. I got to the point where I finally went with my family about it, and they were like, okay. They're pretty Catholic, so they like got very mad because they realized what I had done, more or less. Started getting to the point where other people started recognizing it. Like, I'm not going to say who, but two people. I was out to dinner with them one night, and this sounds like a movie. I'm sitting there in Buffalo Wild Wings, and all of a sudden they just both, at the same time, just start saying a name. They just, like, Ramon, I'm being dead serious. They're sitting there and just like, Adam, staring at me. I'm not, and I cannot express to you how legitimate I'm being right now. I'm in the middle of Buffalo Wild Wings, and these two people are sitting there just looking at me saying, Adam, over and over again. I don't know. They don't know to this day. To this day, when I mention it, they laugh. I'm not joking. The next day, I go to a spiritual shop to get some sage. My mom brings me because she was like, okay, something's actually kind of going on here. Like, you're not just being like, I always had depression. I never had any of that stuff, though. I never had the bipolar-like symptoms, which turns out wasn't bipolar because it's incurable, and I haven't had this happen in 4 years since. Never once have I had a mood change in 4 years.
This happened 4 years ago?
Yes.
So like 18?
Yeah, 18. But ever since this subsided, to the second it stopped, I've never once had any similar symptom in my life, ever. So it physically can't be a bipolar disorder. It could have been a mood thing. It could have been psychological. I could have been in my own head. It doesn't look that way to me from my own experience. No. But yeah, I go to the shop. I go to the counter, and the guy's name's Adam. The guy who's like helping me out.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
You're actually like.
And my mom's looking at me, and she's like, my mom looks at me, and I'm looking at her. And he's like, what's your name? I'm like, Josh. And he's like, what about you? To my mom, she's like, Mary. He's like, oh, we're all part of the Bible, aren't we? He starts laughing. And I'm like, dude, like, and I just, a lot of stuff, man, a lot of stuff. Basically, yeah, it just turned into me getting to the point where I was like, I don't believe in, like, possession. I don't know what I believe in, but something was, like, I'm not saying I was possessed, but something was like
Fucking with
attached or something.
Fucking with you.
Yeah.
It's because you asked for it.
Yeah, I openly did this. I'm not saying I was like cursed. I openly searched for something, and I opened a door, and something walked through the door temporarily.
For sure. If you allow them to, that's
Absolutely.
what will happen.
Yeah.
Thank God I got half a blunt in the car. Bro. Thank God.
Yeah, man. I don't say this stuff too often because it's like.
Nah, I'm glad you
It's
did,
very
bro.
bizarre, and I know how it sounds to the outside.
I believe
ear,
everything you just told me,
it's,
bro.
It's
I believe everything you just
there's
told
a
me.
lot, but yeah, it's
That's
very
crazy.
surreal. But that's the only thing I've ever had that was like scary, I guess. Everything else was pretty like to this day pretty grounded. But that was I will never ever doubt the validity of that stuff, and I'll never ever open that door type of thing ever again. I don't even like no.
No,
I'm not a
fuck
fan.
with that, bro.
When you start seeing your own mind deteriorate and you see something that you can't physically put into words,
Yeah.
like an image in reflection of a mirror, and you leave the house for 3 days and don't come back because you're too scared, almost get kicked out of the house because of it because your family thinks you're lying.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it fucks with you, man.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, man. But that's why we got the little Buddha here.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, listen, I don't want to keep you any longer, bro. I'm sorry to end on a sour note, I guess.
Man,
but,
that was crazy,
yeah,
man. That was a good, however long, couple hours we've been here,
man.
bro.
Absolutely. Was it worth the 3-year delay?
Oh, for sure, for sure,
Oh, fuck
definitely,
yeah.
definitely,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Oh, yeah. Nah, anytime, I'm not in the distant future, in the soon future. Let's do this again, bro, for sure.
For
'cause,
sure,
I had
this was a
time.
good one, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
Hell
I
yeah,
appreciate
good
it.
convo, man.
Hell yeah. Anything you want to like shout out, or I don't know? I like to end on that if anyone wants to.
Nah, shout out Sean and Ansel, I guess.
Yes, sir.
You guys have seen them on the podcast before. Shout out Tom. Shout out Avery. Shout out Joe. Getting a bunch of lap dances at the strip club. My boy.
He's a dirty dicker.
He's a dirty motherfucker. Shout out Elmer for watching the Celtics instead of going to the strip club with us.
Yep.
Fuck you, Avery, for not coming to the strip club with us. But yeah, that's about it, man.
Fuck yeah.
Oh
Let's not get fucked with any ghosts anymore, though.
Fuck no.
Let's end on that.
Oh yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate you guys as always. Take it easy and one love.